What if we were live on the internet? That would
That
sound
would be
like
a terrible
this.
mistake, Jason. Why would you do that?
Now we are live on
I appreciate
the
Erica's
internet.
Wisconsin-based scorn for Ohio. There's nothing more kind of quaint to me than Midwestern rivalries, like the way Nebraska people really look down on people from Iowa.
Yeah,
and
the
it's
way
like,
the way people from Idaho dislike Pittsburgh.
that's not a thing. That's not
Those
a
are
thing.
Midwestern rivalries, right, Tony?
That's
the way
right.
people from Atlanta don't like
You know
Salt
what?
Lake City.
Yeah, I'm willing to live and let live, but you. I'm Mark Carlos. That's my quarry.
Okay. Just mark Jason as your quarry. I am now your quarry.
I am not a ranger.
So we are live on YouTube. We are live on the
Hello.
Incomparables audio stream for those who
Hello.
Is anyone
want
watching?
to see us. I don't know if anybody's watching us.
Did you say we're live on CBS?
We are on PBS.
Always feel like somebody's watching me.
Oh,
Play D&D like
That's
nobody's
God.
watching.
I got no privacy.
No, yeah, it's I got it, Steve. Reference acknowledged.
That's a cat pooping. near
Little
you.
Rockwell,
the people on TV see me,
Rockwell
Jason?
reference there.
Or am I just paranoid?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're paranoid.
That was a great video.
It was.
All right.
Yeah,
Should I
we are
tweet
definitely live to 8 people. Sorry,
hello.
8 people.
A very lucky 8 people.
Hi, people.
You're welcome, 8 people. I meant to say you're welcome.
The door to the outdoors is open. There's really no reason why the cat should need to come in here. And yet, somehow, he sensed
Cat wants to play.
podcast is beginning.
That's right. It says
It's
Boop.
game.
It's a non-player cat.
Oh.
Hey.
Ooh.
The comedic stylings of Dan Morin.
Brought to you for free.
Yeah, well, I am. I'm ready. We're ready whenever the
ready?
players are ready. The video, all the technical things. I shouldn't
guess-
say are working. I'm sure it'll be fine from here on out.
Oh, let me ask everyone if you can see the turn order now in Roll20.
Nope.
I
I
can't.
Oh, I can. I can. It just doesn't have
No.
anything in it. But yeah, I can.
Okay, good.
So FYI, if you are using the character sheet that's built in, if you just select your token and click initiative on your character sheet, it will add you to that with your initiative.
No one's
Oh,
using the
doing
character sheet on here.
I am. It's
I
super
am.
hit.
I can't. I literally cannot.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Erica.
That's fine. I don't want to anyway. I like my dice.
Suck it, roll 20.
No. Yeah, I figured out.
So
what the
Scott,
problem
I can't see their names probably because of the permissions on their tokens.
Yeah, I can see my name, but nobody else's name.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else is on there.
I mean,
I see me.
it
With
doesn't matter. I can see everybody, but there's just no name next to them.
What if I add these numbers? But you can't
I
see.
know what
It's a
everybody's.
permission thing, Scott. It's a permission. It's totally a permission. If you click on a token on somebody else's token, you'll see there's like a place where it says like can see their. I can't see our. Where the hell are our token? Oh, we're in the dungeon. There we go.
Yeah,
The
there's like a permission
dungeon.
thing. There's a permission thing
Oh,
where it says like, you can
see?
see their names. Make name visible or something. I want to say.
What? Visible to everybody? I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, visible to everybody.
I feel like did this change recently?
No, it's been this way for a long time.
You just haven't been able to see things, people.
Yeah, we just ignore things that aren't there. We assume it's not happening.
I mean, I remember when the illustrations were just things like scanned out of the second edition Dark Side book. So you know,
That's true. It's been quite a journey.
I mean,
I remember the
getting-
time when Scott drew everything. That was actually
Oh,
kind
I
of
stopped doing
adorable.
that. You people,
Whatever
mocked
you
me
did-
mercilessly.
Those
Whatever
were
you
good
did for
maps.
Satoshi worked. I can see her name now.
Also, Amla.
Yeah, I'm clicking a bunch of things now.
Keep
Clicking
clicking.
a bunch.
We'll tell you
Hey,
when to stop.
everybody, we're clicking things.
Professionals.
Because we missed having technical difficulties, we made some of our own.
These aren't difficulties. These are technical triumphs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm learning how to use
All
this
right,
thing.
Technical triumphs.
Technical opportunities.
That's right. I was clicking around earlier and found a whole host of features that I don't use in Roll20, and I'm going to continue not to use them. But
Scott, in preparation for having 2 children, you should totally dive deep into Roll20 right before that. Just really just tear open that wiki and just climb in like it's
Now
a
it's time.
tauntaun and just wrap it around yourself.
Wow, that's some imagery, Tony. Thanks.
Yeah.
I need.
I
to-
know this wiki smelled bad on the outside.
I did a critical initiative roll on this stupid test.
You're going to need something to stare at intently while you are up at 3 a.m. with one child tucked into the crook of your arm and the other one wrapped around your neck like a mink stole because they will sleep in no other way.
That's true.
So you might as well save that roll 20 deep dive until then.
Yeah, when you said wrapped around his neck, I meant, like with his hands.
Yes.
That's
Dan
coming
and I
soon.
have a friend.
Oh no.
Dan and I have a friend who has a toddler who will only nap in a moving car.
Yep.
So
Been there.
So every day at like 3 o'clock, he takes the toddler out to his car and they drive around the block for like 30 minutes.
We used to do. I know all sorts of
parking in the driveway, I believe. But
we
yes,
used to
for a
do this
while.
thing where we would get on the freeway and then we would get off at this exit that's sort of up the hill here toward the Golden Gate Bridge, and then it loops around and you go over the overpass and you come back down and then you head back down the other way. We did that a lot.
So in the spirit of Father's Day, are you people buying carbon offsets for your horrible children?
You should. Now, can everyone see their names and things? Are things
Yes.
I
Now,
feel so
Scott, what you could do next is you could add the bad guys. to
dynamic
turn order.
lighting.
I'm not doing. I tried dynamic lighting. That
No.
was
That was a joke. Tony's suggestion about adding the bad guys to the initiative would be helpful.
I think you shouldn't add the bad guys to the initiative ever.
Oh, wow.
And then we just don't have to fight them.
You're just joining us. I'm sorry.
I would like to point out that I was going to wait at least like 3 more minutes before really trolling Scott as a courtesy, dungeon master to dungeon master.
I appreciate it.
But now that gate has been opened, eat it, Scott.
Wait a second, you just went way past. You went far down that lane, Tony.
Yeah, you know what? I'm very tired and very caffeinated.
I'm on muscle relaxers. This is going to be
Sunday afternoon in the dungeon.
Yeah, Sunday afternoon, Dungeons and Dragons.
All
3
right.
o'clock
I'm
East Coast
dragging.
time.
Sundays and Dragons. Recording.
Dan has been.
Recording. Yes,
No.
please do that.
Oh, I'm
Yes.
not recording.
Oh,
I
again,
have 7.5
Scott.
minutes
Again.
of this.
Again,
Victor
yes.
edited that.
Sorry, I'm doing it now.
Hey, that's
All
all right.
right.
We got Zoom. It did. It
Yeah,
wasn't
no, this is all good.
Yeah, we did a whole
We got
episode
Dan's.
of
Yeah.
Scott and Zoom. So
We got this. Members can get Dan's freestyle rap that he did 12 minutes ago.
Pretty great, I gotta say.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
wow.
Can you
I
see?
don't want to repeat it. I want to repeat it now for the non-members because.
Oh, no, don't do it.
I think the idea is we want more members, not less.
tortured
edited it.
Umber Hulk
Yeah.
smash.
I think the
you
key
answered my
is, I've
question.
been told the key is for the numbers to move. I wasn't
did.
told what direction they need to go in.
I'm trying to help
So-
Scott. I'm trying to help you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jason. Are we ready to play some Dungeons and Dragons?
No.
Recording.
All right, goodbye,
No,
everybody. I like our little Sunday check-ins.
Yeah, let's just get to know each other. How's everyone doing? Nope, never mind. Dungeons and
What's your
Dragons.
favorite
It's fine.
cookie?
Dungeons and
And
Dragons
how
it
would you
is.
die?
Yeah.
I don't want to get to know Dungeons and Dragons players
When did
too
you-
deeply.
When did you first consider your own mortality?
It was around the
10
third
seconds
hour
ago.
last week.
I'm considering it right now.
I've discarded my mortality, obviously, since I'm spending my Sunday afternoon doing this.
30 quadruples
Scott-
on the newcomer.
Steve, your hair looks really good today.
Thanks. I did it for
like
you.
how you were you decided that you'd want to make a compliment. So you started with Scott, and then you said, "No, I have to compliment Steve, not Scott." Curse you.
Scott,
It's
That's
a
right.
lovely throw
Best.
pillow behind you there, Scott.
Scott, that
Cut
shirt
throw
looks nice. I can tell it's new because it's very nicely fitted to you. So it looks good.
Oh, thank you.
Is there a throw
you know.
pillow back there? There is.
Yeah,
one.
it's a Star Trek one.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh.
pillow.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's what
Yeah.
happened after they beamed down some officer to a planet where everybody turns.
Yes.
Aw.
Oh,
It's the
to the
pillow
cube
planet.
planet. What? Yeah, Dan. What if he's he's a Starfleet officer from a planet of pillows?
On assignment.
That's
Scott's
Ensign Pillow. You'll
It's
treat
just-
him with proper respect.
Yeah.
Yes.
It should
Does he
be
have some
red.
sort of
His-
Pillow is Swedish.
They're all.
Is anyone
Pillows.
else emotionally needy in need of a compliment? I'm here. I'm available.
Let's play D&D, everybody.
Still need more. All right. Welcome back to Total Party Kill. I am your Dungeon Master, Scott McNulty. We are once again back on the blood-soaked sands of Athos. In fact, we are underneath the sands of Athos at the moment. Picture it, if you will, a dungeon underneath a monastery in a desert is where we find ourselves. We have just opened a door that has revealed tortured Umber Hulk to our brave adventurers. They are also something I think I neglected to tell them. To their north, there is a gate with a lock on it, and behind that gate is a series of stairs that lead down. And these stairs are clearly well worked. They look ancient, but they appear to be in pristine condition. But when last we met, you had opened this door and revealed a large, tortured umber hulk, which is this kind of cross.
I want to know more about these stairs.
When you say pristine condition,
stairs?
are you suggesting that it looks like no one has ever walked down them or has not walked down them recently?
No, it looks like they are well. They're not dusty. It looks like they are
well maintained.
They're very that's a better way of saying it. They're well maintained. Thank you, Dan.
I am Amlal is well spoken. That's all I can say.
So what do you do?
Did we back out of that room after we saw the giant tortured Umber Hulk?
While you have opened the door, you have seen this Umber Hulk has seen you. You have seen it.
Our eyes lock across a crowded room.
And that is the test.
How many eyes does an Umber Hulk have?
An Umber Hulk has 4 eyes on 4 eye stalks. This Umber Hulk has had 2 of those eyes ripped out, so it only has 2. And also, another thing to note, Umber Hulks have large claws. This Umber Hulk's claws are covered in sheaths of bronze.
Okay, who speaks Umber Hulk? Can we make it our friend?
Hold on. Wait a second.
I might
Umber Hulk is a language.
Is
and
anyone
that is
good
what
at
the
animal
Umber Hulk speaks.
Okay.
Does this count? So I have an ability to cast speak with animals. Does that work on?
I feel like that's rude.
This is a monstrosity, not an animal.
Whoa, that's a judgment.
Yeah, the animal was rude.
The definition of that includes just beasts. Does this include it? Is this considered?
This is not a beast. This is a monstrosity. It's its own category.
All right,
Scott, just a tactical question. It looks like the door that Almal opened into the Umber Hulk is like a cage holding area. Home
Let me
habitat.
tell you what you see. I'll fully.
It looks like that door is not very big compared to the size of an Umber Hulk.
If you want me to tell it something, I can telepathically say something to it. I don't actually need to share a language.
Oh, so Umla, as you're looking, and I guess Shara probably can see in here, and maybe Zatasha as well, possibly Carlos. You can glimpse that there are iron bars that are separating the Umber Hulk from the rest of the room. The rest of the room has a floor that has loose red earth, so it's not worked. It's stone, but then it seems like some of the natural stone has been broken up, and there's kind of like a section of the floor that is just earth. And there's a column of natural stone in the middle of the room. And you can see, certainly Umlal and Shara can see that there's a sliding door there in the bars. And this is the Umber Hulk is behind these bars, and on the other side of the bars is this room. And I don't think anyone know where you're. Umlal, you might be able to see. Give me a perception check, Umlal.
Okie dokie.
So does it look like the door that Almal opened is sort of like the back door to a holding cell? Kind of.
Oh, well, you certainly see this. You notice, and with that perception check, actually, you recognize this staircase as being the staircase leading up to that central shrine that you met the priest with the 2 guards who was talking about a test you could.
Okay. Yeah.
We
All
could.
right, so these are up. These stairs are going up. I see. Okay.
Yes.
We could knock that door open. Let it out.
And so, you to answer Erica's question, it does appear as though this is a back door into this cage that this Umber Hulk is in.
Does the Umber Hulk didn't make any movement towards me when it saw me, did it?
So this is we are frozen in a moment of time. You have just opened the door, and the Umber Hulk has just seen you. And the Umber Hulk looks as though it is not happy. So the question is, what would you like to do? Because it wasn't expecting you, so you can go.
It would have cleaned up the place a little bit if it's.
That's right.
Close the door. Amla, close the door.
Put on a nicer house coat.
I slowly close the door.
All right, and the door. You close the door, and you kind of you hear a click as though it's designed to lock itself, and like a second later you hear a large thump and you notice a dent in the door as this Umber Hulk is hurling itself at the door.
Big monster in there. Seem unhappy.
Is it locked now? Can we reopen it? Is that possible?
I think it's just locked from the other side, essentially. So
Yes.
so we
Okay.
can't get out. We could get back in if we need to.
Yeah, you
but
feel like you could open it again if you want.
Well, we already have an interesting diversion with the prisoners that we let out. We could pop open that sliding
Oh,
door
sure.
and
Send a tortured
Are-
Umber Hulk chasing after Hulk.
Are diversions like
Well, they have a head
lives,
start.
where one good diversion is better than two contradictory diversions?
keep in mind at the top of those stairs are the 3 or 4 dudes standing guard over this test.
they also kind of deserve it. I feel
They
like
they might enjoy a test of their own right now, and that might keep them off of the prisoners as they escape.
Do we want to try to communicate with it?
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. Is it possible that I could, if we pop... Well, I mean, is the Umber Hulk actively trying to break down this door right now?
You hear it kind of slamming itself against this door.
So that's a yes.
It may stop eventually.
I mean, if we could safely, briefly open this door, maybe I could mage hand the far away door?
Although if it can just be opened easily, like with a mage hand, then maybe the Umber Hulk would have done it. Although maybe
I mean, he doesn't have hands. He has like
Yeah.
bronze-plated claws.
Well, look, I can knock it open. I can knock it unlocked, and you can move it with your hand. We can do the 1-2 punch on that if we want to.
Yeah, communicating. If there is a way to send it a message or communicate it that we want to help it escape or something, that might be a good way.
It might be good to have a little bit of
Yes.
cooperation.
Scott, you said it has a language.
It does.
Okay, that's all it requires. It has to be able to understand at least one language or be telepathic itself. So I can communicate to it. I can't receive messages from it. But I think we'll be able to tell.
You
Yeah, you can tell it,
we're gonna
stop
let it
hitting
go.
the door if you.
Send it messages of freedom and friendship.
Yeah, but I can only do that if we open the door again and I can see it. So it has to be line of sight.
I mean,
Just
how likely is it to be able to get through this tiny little door?
There's not like a little slot on the door, is there, that you can like
No.
slide open? Oh, dang.
Well, that's poor design.
Yeah. So how do you want to how is the Umber Hulk going to let you into its speakeasy?
I would go to an Umber Hulk speakeasy.
Would you?
Yes.
I might.
Just checking.
I don't think I would. So
I
what would you
mean-
like to do?
Yeah.
Or we could just leave this door shut and continue
Well-
trying to get up down those stairs.
I would recommend we at least check the status of this gate over the stairs and see if that's something we can easily open.
Yeah, maybe we should figure that out before we open the Umber Hulk door.
Yeah.
Somebody who's perceptive should check out that gate.
I can take a look.
I have a
All right.
5.
Tell me about this gate. 22.
I will all right. The passage. This leads to a gate that's made of, let's say, chitinous bars that block the north way, secured with a chain and padlock. Behind the gate, you see these worn steps that look in perfect form, and it looks like just a normal lock.
Someone want to take a crack at picking that?
Yeah, I can.
I feel like you should always try it before I do because I'm not very good at it.
Well, help me.
Oh, I can totally help.
Let's see. So that was. Sorry, I
So-
forgot how to do this. My proficiency bonus.
If you do the help action, she gets advantage. Is that right? That's how it works
Yes.
in 5th edition. Okay. So there you go. I'm helping.
Okay, so it's my roll plus my proficiency plus dex.
Dexterity mod, yeah.
Okay, so that first roll then is a 17.
No. Wiggle your left hand.
Second roll is much less than a 17.
I was wrong.
Excellent. Well, with the 17, you spend a moment fiddling with the lock, and it pops open.
Okay.
Hooray!
So we have a way out.
Or in.
Or
far-
in.
Yeah, so now these stairs descend down. You're already underground, so
Ooh.
this goes further
Okay.
down.
As descending things often do.
That's probably
wanna
where
make
we
it
want to go to find whatever the source of their nonsense is.
What is the source of this nonsense?
I really want to set the Umber Hulk free. I really do.
We can
Desperately.
And as you were
But
Didn't take you a long time to pick this lock, but as you're doing it, you still hear the Umber Hulk kind of slamming itself against the door.
Maybe we go down, like peek on what's downstairs, and then come back up and see if the Umber Hulk has chilled out a little bit.
Yeah, maybe it has good hearing and can just sort of hear us shuffling around out here, and it will cool down if we go away.
Why don't I stealthily head down those stairs and see what I can see, and I can telepathically report back to you guys?
Do it up.
All right. So give me a stealth check, Ketchka.
That is not a great roll. It's a 10.
All right. So you are going down. How many? So it's hard to tell the way these stairs are arranged. They're basically tunneled into the earth. And I'll reveal a little more of the, as you're walking down there.
Nope.
They go downward. You can't see the next set of stairs, so you don't know how deep it goes, but so how far do you want to go down? There's 1 flight, 2 flights, 3 flights, 4 flights. 5 flights.
Well, I'm gonna just keep going down until I see an end to the stairs.
All right, so you descend about 15 flights of stairs, so you feel like you are
Hey guys, Kachka's been gone for a long time. Should we maybe send somebody after her?
She's fine.
If Kachka's double moving, that's 60 feet, so she's probably been gone for.
What's Kachka's telepathic range?
Isn't it line of sight?
No, it's not line of sight.
No, it's familiarity, isn't it?
It's 100 feet of me.
Okay.
Feet. There you go.
Yeah,
so
mine's
you can
120 feet, but it's only line of sight.
Yeah.
So at 100 feet, you say, I'm assuming, send a message saying it continues going down.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Thanks for that.
Then maybe we go down roughly 100 feet because she got that far.
That's true.
Anything?
Sure.
So you're all gathered down on
go into
land.
the depths here.
Yes, and this is dark. It's not illuminated. I probably should have mentioned. I don't know if Ketchka has dark vision or not.
I think she does.
Yes, she does.
Oh, well, there you go. Perfect. So you descend to the bottom of Ketchka descends to the bottom of the stairs, and she sees before her another tunnel that looks kind of natural, and it kind of natural, and it's spooky. It continues going to the north.
Spooky tunnels, my favorite kind.
Okay, so we've determined that there's stairs and a tunnel. Do we want to go back up and check on the Umber Hulk again, or do we want to just continue?
This is a good question.
I mean, because we do have all of those prisoners running around, and I kind of do like the idea of if we could communicate with the Umber Hulk, getting the other door open, the cage door open, and just sending it up the stairs to increase the havoc that's being wreaked.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, there were quite a few guards and whatnot hanging around up there.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling once they notice that the prisoners are scrambling for exit, they're going to be coming down to find out who let them out.
Yep.
And it's if an Umber Hulk is rampaging up the stairs at the same time, I think there's more
Also,
for them to have their hands full with.
The stairs up from the Umber Hulk chamber led right to that kind of main room that was not far from the back door of the temple, so that might be a quick exit as well. The challenge is this Umber Hulk has been like tortured and like something horrible has happened to it. It may be I don't know how receptive it is to our help or motive.
Well, it sees an open door. It's probably going to go through it.
Yeah,
problem is if it's the door that we just opened.
I feel like we should, if it's not actively slamming against the door, I feel like we should take a chance on opening the door and sending it that telepathic message that that we're its friends and we're going to free it, and see if it responds to that. Before I feel like that's our minimum, and if it doesn't or it tries to charge us again, then we close the door again.
I'm on board for that, but I'm not the one telepathically communicating, so
I'm also in favor of just letting it go. I don't think there's a downside to that. It's either going to stay locked up or it's going to have we have to fight it or they have to fight it.
Yeah, if we could turn it loose on its captors, I think that would be great.
Number one.
I think that not only would that be great for causing chaos in this temple, but Carlos would say that freeing a creature that's been tormented and having it have a chance to destroy its tormentors is
it's effectively
great.
enslaved as the purpose of this
yes,
test.
and Carlos doesn't like that at all.
Amlal is making a plaque to carry. So
all right, well, one way or another, we're going to have to open this door. If we open the cell door, we're going to have to open it because we're going to need line of sight. And if we communicate with it, we're going to have to pop it open. So I say we give it a go.
Yeah. So has it calmed down at all, Scott?
So how are you going to
walk back up
that?
I will try to be quiet coming back up the stairs. I don't know if that makes a difference.
Well, so it's clear that it's not banging itself against the door.
Okay.
Then maybe if somebody, bigger and stronger and tougher can open the door, I could stand right here and peek past them.
I will like open the door so Zatasha can look through.
Should we listen and see if its captors have come down the stairs and are now in that room?
That's totally hypothetical, Jason. There's no way we could know that.
I realized that you could see that happening.
Yep. Yeah. A little bit.
Carlos's intuition tells him that perhaps it has alerted its captors.
I'll roll a perception. I got a 16 listening at the door to see if the Umber Hulk is still rattling around in there.
You hear the Umber Hulk whimpering, and you hear voices yelling things.
I relay this information to my pals.
Jerks.
So do we still want to
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I do.
All right. So I will. Okay. So I'm going to prepare. So as soon as Amal opens the door and I have a line of sight to the Umber Hulk, I'm going to send it a telepathic message saying, "We're here to free you. We are the enemies of your captors. Please don't hurt us."
And I'm going to pull out my crossbow and be ready to fire if I see something other than the Umber Hulk and have a good line of sight on it.
Steve, what are you going to do to blow that door from here?
I can knock it from there.
Okay.
It won't open it, but then Regdar can probably whip it open with the mage hand.
Let's do this.
I can actually, I could open it with thaumaturgy.
Now, this is the first, by the way, that they will have identified us as the source of the issues here. So
we're all wearing
everyone put your cloaks and masks back
Cult
on.
it up, everybody.
I assume you continue to wear your robes and masks.
Yes.
I feel like we probably have to take them off when we're having planning conversations, because otherwise it's like, which one are you again?
Well, you're all of varying body types and sizes, so it's not too hard.
They'll never guess that it was the suspicious bunch that was throwing pancakes in the mess hall.
But pancake troublemaking and releasing an Umber Hulk troublemaking are two totally different types of troublemaking.
Why don't we roll initiative?
And since we are going to open the door, assuming we get the chance to actually open this door, is it possible that we can all basically ready our first action to go off at the same time?
So the way that this will work is we are rolling initiative. You will have a surprise round, so you'll go in your initiative order, and they will not do anything, and then it will continue.
That is much easier. My initiative is 0.
Oh, is that even possible?
Yeah, it is. If you have a -1 and you roll a 1.
Oh, I guess so.
It looks like we can edit our own in the turn order now.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Yeah, edge it towards things.
Okay.
And then Scott, you can even sort it by that once you're done.
Once I am done, I'm attempting to add my own here.
Sorry, I'm so slow.
And this dude. And then I can sort, Stan tells me.
So Tasha's initiative is 0?
Yeah, I rolled a 1. And
so did I.
Modifier is -1.
Oh, no.
There you go. And now here's our initiative order. Look at that.
Yay.
People.
Woo, professional.
Very cool.
Woo! And now I just have to. The only problem with this is I have to now track initiative in 2 different places, but that's okay. That's why they I don't know, they don't do anything for me.
I was gonna say pay you.
That's why they call you the DM.
That's why I volunteered to do this.
Why do you have to track in 2 places? Just out of curiosity.
Well, because I use an encounter app.
Your app, right?
So, see. All right, so
Tortured Umber Hulk smash.
all right.
I'm on H encounter apps.
Now this initiative actually is perfect because Umlal, you go first.
Oh man, I see what's happening here.
But remember,
we have a surprise round.
You have a surprise round, so you are all going to go first, and then they will go. Then we'll start again.
Can I stealthily open the door, just like a little bit, enough to give Zatasha the ability to see through it?
Give me a
I will do a stealth check. All right.
And you're going to open the door either way. So
yeah, I'm just going to try to open it a little bit. I'm hoping that maybe enough is going on with the people who are in there that the Umber Hulk is kind of distracted.
Right.
And they're really looking at this door. 16 on stealth.
Oh, I rolled a D12. That's not going to help.
Nope, you should roll that.
Fine. I'm a fan. D12s are great.
All right. So the door is open just a little bit, and you can see that the Umber Hulk is kind of cowering next to the door. And on the other side of the bars, you see two, I would say two familiar faces, but you can't see them. Two familiar figures. The Black Earth guards, you'll recall they're wearing stone plate mail, basically. And they have, I think they have, what do they have? They have morning stars. And they're basically yelling and threatening the Umber Hulk. And on the stairs, can you see that? Yes, you can. On the stairs, you see that priest that you spoke to a little earlier, just kind of watching.
I don't like any of these guys. That's what I recall. All right, I kind of motion to Zatasha that thumbs up. We're good to go.
Regdar, the door is open. You cannot see anything. You're at I'm assuming where your tokens are is where you are now, but if that's not true, you should change your tokens.
Maybe I'm a little bit closer to the door. I guess I'm deferring till after Kachka, because
we have a specific sequence we need to do here that we planned out beforehand.
And presumably, we're in a surprise round. We can do that in more or less any order we want.
Sure.
Are these 10-foot squares here, Scott?
The grid is 5 foot.
Like
the squares on the map are 10 foot, though, just to make it confusing.
Oh, I see what you mean. The larger squares.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it seemed it kind of looks like Roll20 thinks that the squares are 10 feet. So for purposes of measuring stuff.
Oh, I see that.
No, half it.
So just, divide by half.
Cool.
All right. Well, then, what order do you want to go in your surprise round? To make it easy, we'll just stick to this initiative when we get into the non-surprise round.
Fine. So I think it's me, then Zatasha, then Kachka, then Regdar.
Yeah.
And Carlos, I don't know. Carlos and Shara, I'm not sure. You guys are backing us up.
Marks. All right. So
I'm fine going last. So
Zatasha is next. Is that right?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't necessarily have to be. I'm just doing the communication part. Is that an
I
action
think that's
then?
do
I
that
think that's-
Yeah. We should do that before we start popping the door.
Okay. Then I will send it the message that I said. We're here to free you. We're enemies of your captors. Please don't hurt us.
All right. Roll me.
I might have my aura sight up if that makes anything it's doing. Okay.
That may help. Give me a persuasion check.
Sure.
I've checked. It's a novel by Jane Austen.
21.
All right. Well, you can send a message to the Umber Hulk, but you cannot understand what the Umber Hulk says, right?
No, I could make an insight check with advantage to read body language, but
sure, give me an insight check. So reading an Umber Hulk's body language is very difficult.
Even with advantage, what is my insight?
I mean, the fine nuances of Umber Hulk body language is difficult. The general broad strokes.
So angry.
14.
14. So it's hard to tell what this Umber Hulk is thinking. And if it's kind of cowering in the corner there, or against the wall, I should say. and it hasn't changed. It doesn't. I will say it hasn't kind of swiveled and looked at Umlal with murderous intent yet. So
Umber Hulks are from Mars, Amber Hulks are from Venus. It's hard to tell them apart.
All right. So, and then was it Ketchka next?
Sure.
Perfect.
It worries me a little that this thing is cowering, even though there's nobody in the cell with it, which makes me suspect that
these are its tormentors.
It might not come running out immediately if we open the door, but so we may have to do some follow-up.
Then we'll kill these guys.
New plan. Kill him.
That is another option. Yes.
There's always a plan B.
Slavers and torturers. We could kill them if we need to.
All right. So, Ketchka, what are you doing?
I guess I'm going to knock that door open, or unlocked, I should say.
So you're using the knock spell.
I am casting Knock.
All right.
Upon that gate.
So a loud, obvious knock reverberates.
Knock.
A knock, yes, not a.
Presumably not going to worry anybody who was just hearing this thing bash against the door.
No, but the people who are in the room will hear a obvious knock, and someone who knows something about the arcane arts may realize what's happening. Knock is not a subtle spell, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're not a subtle party.
I was just thinking.
Just make it clear. All right.
Subtle?
So
Is that what page is subtle on in the player's handbook?
It has a B in it.
S-U-T-T-L-E.
Can't find it in this tiny.
so it unlocks.
Oh, okay.
It's a knock spell. I know it hasn't succeeded every time you've used it, but generally 98% of the time knock works.
And
it
then
worked.
we want Regdar to push the door open, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Regdar, run in there.
Do I have to run in there?
No, you were going to mage hand it, weren't you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Gonna use Mage Hand.
Mage hand. You know,
yeah.
Tony talks about how players always want to use rope for everything. People who can cast Mage Hand always want to use Mage Hand for everything.
They do. Well, I will tell you. Yeah, you know what? A floating magic hand is more versatile than a piece of rope. Regdar crowds up to the door next to Amal and uses Mage Hand to push open the doors to the tortured Umber Hulk's prison.
So Regdar is an intelligent fellow, so he notices these doors don't push open; they are on tracks.
They slide. Sorry, slide. Well, you can push something that slides.
Yeah,
so, do you want to push it?
I want to slide it.
All right.
He wants to open the door.
He wants to push it along its tracks.
Yes.
You know, I can't count the number of times I've tried to push open a sliding door.
Free the beast. Free the beast.
Well, that's why I said
free the monstrosity.
They are very heavy doors. So you try to move it with Mage Hand, and they move just a tiny, maybe like a quiver, but they don't move. They don't open.
Mm-hmm.
So you know they're not locked.
I back up and allow Presta to do. Not Presta.
Oh my gosh, he's back.
The blue one.
R.I.P.
The blue one.
Yeah, I get out of the way.
All right, so Zatasha, I feel like.
Well, I mean,
I
think we've already.
Yeah, I already had.
Oh, Shara. It's
Yeah.
Shara's turn.
On my turn.
Sorry.
All right, I'm running in and opening the doors.
Yeah, so and so is Carlos.
Oh no, you guys!
First, and as you walk past the Umber Hulk, it looks, well, it's hard to tell when an Umber Hulk is
hard to read body language. Hard.
But you can tell that it is confused because it doesn't try to attack you as you walk past it.
I was hoping.
You're still in the hallway. Shara, you easily open the doors. So now, Carlos, if you want to go in, which you have already done.
No, well then, I mean, I was going to follow her. If we're not going in together, then I have just seen her open the doors.
Yes. All right. And then, so that is, Shara, that's your move and an action if you have a minor action or something you'd like to do. Or
you have enough move to get out again or no?
That's my move.
Okay. So you're standing there. The doors are open. I'll say that you slid both of them open. So there's, it's wide open for everybody. Carlos.
And nothing. Nobody's reacted yet. This is just all happening very suddenly.
This all happened in like less than 10 seconds.
Can I see those priests?
Where are you? From where you're standing?
Like in the doorway. I've just let her go past me.
Umlal's in the doorway.
Right.
You can see one of the guards from where you are.
I can see one of the guards.
Mhm.
All right. And I miss.
You do miss. So your ray of frost hits him in the chest, and maybe it frosts up his stone breastplate.
He just feels a
but
draft, basically.
just
Man,
feels
these
a
things
little-
are so hot usually, but that's
Yeah.
nice. It feels
He seems he sighs a happy sigh.
All right. little cooling draft there.
And I think so. Everyone has gone on the surprise round. Carlos, do you want to move?
So
No.
Okay, I'm just saying you can move after doing a ray of frost.
Nope.
All right, Umlal. Doors. You are standing on the threshold. You could reach
Umlal has at this point kind of lost sight of the plan.
Haven't we all?
It's just to free the Umber Hulk and let the
Well, yeah,
Umber
but
Hulk rage.
Shara's in the room, and he's a little worried about that. So
run and
he's-
then grab her and take
Attack
her out.
the bad guys or take her out. Yeah. Show the Umber Hulk we're on its side. Take off our
Yeah, I was
masks
thinking
and
about
kill the guys.
Is that how we're playing this? All right, cool. Well,
wanna
I'm
take
also
off my mask.
barbarian. I mean, yeah. Well, I don't know. It seems weird. Anyways, he's gonna run in.
Oh, okay, where is he going?
He will run.
You have
Try
full
to-
access to the entire room here.
Okay, he will try to run past. Let's see. He'll try to run past Shara in here and around to this guard up here.
All right,
And
that's
he will. I guess I
that's
will.
30 feet.
I will rage. I can run 40 feet
All right.
because I'm fast. And I'm very fast. I guess I will do a rage. Sure. And I will try to beat this guy with a greatsword a couple times. Let's see how it goes. Together. 21.
21 will hit. Your sword hits against his armor and it chips a little bit.
I'll take a second attack. That's a 15.
That time it glances off the armor harmlessly.
He will take a total of 18 damage.
All right.
And
I'm surprised to see you here.
Yep. And yeah, so I did that. That's what happened.
All right. He is also, I will say, pretty sure you're not a cultist.
Mhm.
Eh,
What?
how could he be? He can't be as certain though.
That's why stack of
Your
pancakes.
emergency
Of course, I kept the
pancake.
stack of pancakes.
That's for
That
ranged
does
attacks.
like
Question.
Scott,
I
remind me,
withdraw
are
the
these
question.
guards hooded and masked as well?
The guards?
Yeah. And
The guards are wearing plate mail, full plate mail that's made of stone.
So they
Umber Hulk. It's the Umber Hulk's turn. Oops. It is. Well, let's see. What'll it do? It's very confused.
Can I be like, fly free, little buddy? Go, go, run.
Gonna hang out there.
Yeah.
Regdar.
I feel like there are things I could do that would create more chaos. There are things I could do that would create. No, that's really about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
All right.
Shara has her
I
fighting
moved-
stance on. It's
I
yeah.
move to the doorway. I am going to target the cultist to the south of Shara and Amlal, and I think it's time for some magic missile.
Okay. So the other guard.
Yeah, the other guard.
All
right.
There are 3 cultists that you can see.
10 force damage.
All right. So the magic missiles slam into this. It kind of they go through his visor and hit his eyes.
Oh no! Not like the ray of frost, is what you're saying.
That's right. He is not a fan.
How come there are 2 numbers on the magic missile? We've probably talked about this before, but
Yeah, we've talked about this before, and I don't remember.
I thought it was
One of
like
them is
total-
casting at a higher level. Let's see.
Oh.
So
So
it's
that's why you do a total of 18 damage.
Oh, okay. That seems much more reasonable.
Oh,
Okay,
all right.
18, not 8. Or not.
Next to Umlal, and they're going to attack you, Umlal. So they have these morning stars, and they're going to attempt to hit you 4 times with their morning stars.
Okie dokie.
Let's see if they can do it. They take mighty swings.
Good morning.
Oh, good.
Nope.
Okay, so
16 is my armor class, so yes, that one hit.
Okay.
If it's anything lower than that, it did not hit.
All right, everything else is lower than that. So one of them gets a hit in, and you take 5. There you go. 2 points of damage. You're like, whatever. Shara.
You call that morning star? It more like night star, or dark and don't.
badass.
I don't know.
Oh, the guards are very confused. Shara, you're
the
standing in an open
witnesses.
door. We're trying to decipher these taunts.
Okay, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna run it. Yeah, it was quick. I am pulling out my rapier of wounding.
Oh.
So the thing with this is,
What do you do with that?
I wound.
Oh,
I wound, Steve.
excellent.
In magic or any other means.
I think that you're just going to kill this person, so that will not come up. But I will
Wound it, and at the start of each of their turns,
keep track of those wounds for me.
I have a pile of d4s now, so I will do that for sure. Okay, so come on, rapier of wounding.
It's rapier
Okay.
scraping now.
All right, well, I can disengage as a bonus action, so I'm going to do that and step back to where I was.
Well, and Shara see the priest that you saw
Priest.
earlier. He waves his hands and then he runs up the stairs very, very, very quickly.
Oh, no.
Oh, I was gonna get that guy. Shucks.
We got 2 guys here. Feel free.
Well, you could run up the stairs behind him.
That
That's a Carlos move.
seems like run over here. Well, yeah, I mean, I could. You want me to chase after him?
He was moving very, very fast, like unhumanly fast, or just fast.
Or did we just see him flee up the stairs?
Like, could you see his legs, or like a cartoon where it's just like a blur underneath it?
He was moving. He was like running at expeditious.
Zoinks.
All right, Carlos is just gonna come over here and hit this guy then, because it's a classic.
And your scimitar bounces off its stony armor.
All right, then I'll do it again. Okay, look, one of my attacks worked. At 26 to hit.
What stands for?
That's
Is that a
that's
dagger?
the flame tongue short sword.
All right. So you stab him in the
Everyone
back
knows that.
of your.
It's
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there
sure.
above it. It says scimitar and
Oh.
get with it.
So Carlos, you have managed to wound this, or further wound this guard down.
So inviting. If I were to send out some telepathy, is that my action, or would that be just a bonus or free
I will say that.
prize round, right? So maybe you could only do one thing anyway. I don't know. I'm just okay. So I'm going to send out a quick telepathic message to the Umber Hulk, because I also have noticed that I have this mention that any creature
gonna
within
talk
100
to-
feet of me
talk
that
to
can
it,
understand a
Arthur
language.
Prodar.
All right. So I will let it know. It's all right. We're here to help. You can take revenge against your captors, and we'll help you out with that.
All right.
And
Give me a persuasion.
that is a, hang on a second, tiny text. That is a 23.
All right. Once again, Umber Hulk body language, very difficult. It is cowering in the corner now, though, so it doesn't look like it's threatening anyone.
Okay.
Wanted
I'd
to-
rather cast some vicious mockery on this guard to the, oh, hang on. I've just dropped out of existence on roll 20.
Oh no!
Don't do that.
Science must be stopped.
Here it is. All right. So I'm going to viciously mock the fellow to,
You may not even be able to see that guy from where
I may
you-
not. Yeah, it's a good point.
So are you gonna
So
move somewhere? If you stand in front of the
Can I- oh, okay.
Tasha, you can see it.
I'll step into the doorway here.
Yeah, you.
And,
Sarah, I forget. Is there a saving throw or
it
just?
must succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
All right. Let's see how wise this guy is.
Who's
Oh,
more wise than a cult man?
More than a 3? to
You
6?
do.
All right.
All right.
He
So
is-
he will take
Don't
5
mention
psychic damage,
the armor. Ah.
and he is also at a disadvantage in his next attack roll before his next turn. So if he
Oh, okay.
goes
before
after
your-
either of my pals, he's going to be at
You are muted. Or I can't hear anything. One or the other.
Right now, she's not talking.
Either.
Okay.
I was muted.
There she is.
All right.
Hey. Oh man, now I'm like duty bound to put rats.
Also,
what you get for making a
also,
brand.
This should probably be a follow-up one.
So it's difficult to tell when psychic damage goes through. I mean,
crying.
I could make an insight check with advantage.
Does he
Make
look
an insight
viciously
check.
mocked?
All right, so you don't know if
I'm a guard in a
it-
cult.
My
Mom,
parents never
it's
loved me.
how about being a guard in a cult? Oh,
Can you
all
fit
right.
into this stone plate armor?
Why is it all bloody?
Okay, I have a procedural question. Can I take 2 bonus actions instead of a bonus action and a regular action?
you
Action anyway, right?
So
Yeah.
wait, you can trade
You
your
can demote
regular
your
action
action.
for 2 bonus actions, meaning you could do a total of 3 on a turn, or do you just
No,
mean
you just
okay.
get one additional. You basically
Run into these types of guys again? I'm going to use a bonus action to do an assess foe. So I'm going to use a couple of side points to analyze the aura of one of those guys. So I guess it'll be this guy because he's the one that I
South
can
guy.
see the easiest. The one in the south. So
okay, his current hit points are
his resistances,
he doesn't have any.
immunities,
He doesn't have any.
all vulnerabilities.
He's vulnerable to anything a normal human is vulnerable to.
Oh,
Death.
And not have he just really? I don't know. I mean, I
He's
guess
an
occult.
he's in a cult. I don't know. Is it? Okay, never mind. This is not cult talk.
A sense that these are just dudes in stone plate armor.
All right. Well, I feel like that in itself is a valuable enough thing to know. So we don't
Or
have to worry about
dudettes.
magic weapons on them or anything. And then I think, and because I didn't use a move during my turn, I can use my reaction to allow any ally to move up to half their speed. Technically, I'm supposed to choose the path, but okay. So if you want to come back to the door, you can do that. I will say that, but you don't have to. It's not required.
Can I go halfway to the door? No, I'm okay. I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. All right. That is it for me.
Bonus actions. All right, 2 guys. Do I have any sense of? Sure. I'm very insightful.
No. You do not know as the one you've been hitting.
I will keep hitting him because I'm angry. I don't like him. I mean, I guess I don't know him, but 18, does that hit?
An 18 is
All right, I'm gonna re-roll. I'm gonna use my savage attacker to re-roll the weapon. So he will take a total of 19 plus 16, or 35 damage, I guess.
Ooh.
all right. So you swing your sword twice, half.
Nice.
I think I overdid it.
He
Cool. All right, that's great. And turn to that guy in the next and sort of like stare at him.
Oh, and he says, "Why can't you trade in a regular action for a bonus action?"
I don't make the rule.
See, Omel, you should have turned to the Umber Hulk after you cut that guy in half and said, "Huh? See?
See, it's fun.
Eh?
I'm busy. I still.
That's true. The Upper Hulk is kind of shambling towards this door, or maybe it'll shyly go over there. It doesn't look like it's
It's like sidling out while we're
It's
doing
just-
this.
Where it's going to be.
Like
radar.
V-line.
All right.
Kinda
Well,
peeking around the doorway.
so we have not done very much damage to this. Yeah, peeking around the doorway. And I will toss a orb of acid at that guard that we have not totally destroyed yet. So,
Right, sure.
well, he can do a DC 16 dexterity save to avoid taking. Oh,
boot.
gets right in his boots.
Yes.
Oh, he
Oh.
loved those boots.
2 boot damage.
2 emotional damage for losing his favorite boots.
Not Those boots.
My bootlaces. They've come undone. No.
It's his turn. He is well. There's a 50-50 chance of who he will hit because there are two people. 15, I think, misses, but a 23 certainly hits Carlos.
23 hits Carlos.
So Carlos, you feel this morning.
All right.
Jara.
Okay. Well,
Got an Umber Hulk standing behind you. Don't freak out.
so I'm going to keep an eye on the Umber Hulk and kind of, but also I want to kill this guy. So whatever that looks like, I'm doing that.
Unlike the last round where you ran that 5 feet, this round you're just kind of slowly stepping gingerly.
Yep.
Okay.
It's all about the Umber Hulk, really. I'm doing this for you. And I pull out.
Great. Scrape another scrape on its chest plate, but
okay. And then I'm going to disengage and take a couple steps back.
Hey, wait a minute. That guy that attacked Carlos should have had disadvantage on that attack roll.
Okay.
Bomb.
Still hits though.
Oh, okay.
As soon as Shara steps back, the ground rumbles a little bit and the stairs collapse.
Ooh, fancy.
One's in this room.
Now, how do we get the Umber Hulk out? Okay.
You can go the other way.
Carlos,
I mean, is the cap?
have to examine it to see more detail, but the staircase is no longer there.
I kill that guy.
Oh. Go ahead.
No, 27 to hit, 11 damage. I kill that guy.
That guy is dead.
Say, huh?
We will be out of rounds unless you attack the Umber Hulk.
No.
That would be ridiculous.
Okay,
Well,
I'm going to come.
have been designed to collapse in such a way to make it very difficult to climb back up.
So it's a slide?
It's like a slide, yes.
Oh, okay.
And you see at the top, Umlal, you are standing at that door.
Well,
It is. Let me just make sure.
If we're out of combat, I feel like what we should just do now is go out that back door and down the stairs and let the Umber Hulk figure out what he wants to do. On his own.
Well, I think Umlal.
Okay.
Passageway.
Good. Job done.
You don't really know where it goes, but it's a passageway.
So what's our plan?
Let's go down.
Yeah, let's go down, leave the doors open for the Umber Hulk to shamble away and do what it wants. Maybe you could send a telepathic message to the Umber Hulk telling it to go through the caverns and find another way out.
Mm-hmm.
Is there some...
And I don't know, let's say 10 minutes, you can break up that door. You also know that that priest is aware that you're down here, so you may not want to spend 10 minutes, but you can.
I don't want to spend 10 minutes.
Definitely don't want to.
I think we should leave the door.
And also
Umber Hulks. I forget. What do we know about Umber Hulks? Like, do they burrow? Is releasing it into the tunnels, like returning it to its natural habitat, or no?
Give me knowledge, nature, or arcana.
Well, I'm gonna pick arcana if it's up to me. 14.
All right,
Arcana
so you know, Umber Hulks are.
Tell me about these monsters.
They do like to burrow. They generally try to ambush people, innocent people, and kill them and devour them. They have a power that can confuse people, but this one seems to not be able to do that. And you know that generally Umber Hulks have 4 would no longer work. You also that they have encased its claws in this bronze, and so you can figure out that maybe it can no longer burrow, and that's why it's stuck in here. Would need to get closer to the Umber Hulk to figure out if you could take it off or not.
All right, I'm going to telepathically.
It's a little bit like taking a splinter out of a lion's paw. It's dangerous.
I'm going to telepathically send a message saying if they'll allow me to get close, I may be able to fix your claws.
Tony, I think you took the wrong message away from that story.
That's true. If you see a lion, I think generally you should run away.
Yeah. If you see a lion, it's
Not
already
if you're
too
a mouse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But then you'll want a cookie. It's all very confusing. Give me a persuasion check.
Oh no.
Okay. And I also am going to take off my mask and my hood to reveal that I'm also insectoid.
The big reveal.
In hopes that it will.
I too am umber hulkish.
That is a 16.
It does not appear to really want you to come close to it.
All right. Can you just mage hand those?
Which you could do. That is a good use of mage
I
hand.
will happily send it a telepathic message saying, if there's another way out through these tunnels, but I don't have anything that can remove, somebody who's had their fingers bronzed, basically. And I don't want to spend too much time on it. So I'm kind of like, everybody, we should get out of here.
Yeah, we got to get out of here.
Yeah.
Can tell it that
am I
it's
close
free.
enough that I can identify if it looks like something that can be removed?
Sure. Give me a perception check.
Okay. I'm not that perceptive, so it should go poorly.
And
that's a 1. So
I feel like they're probably pretty. I was just assuming because they're bronze, they're pretty well fixed. It's not like they just put oven.
To defeat the purpose.
All right. Well, I say let's go, and then we can check on it again.
And yet,
later,
a traditional 10th anniversary present.
All right. So what are you doing?
All right.
I'm gonna. Yep.
We're getting out of here.
Let's. Yeah.
Leave the door.
Well, it's very large and strong, so you imagine it could probably force its way through if it liked.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. Hopefully it does that.
Nice to meet you.
So you're all descending down the stairs?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So you descend down the stairs, 250 feet, which is several flights of stairs. You end up in kind of a natural corridor that goes for, we'll say, and you see, this is where you are.
Blackness.
It's very dark.
You are all the way in the upper
Oh, there it is.
right-hand corner.
We're way up in the upper right-hand corner.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, buddy.
And so that's what you see. You see a corridor reaching out to the west. Trapped.
Ba, ba, ba.
I assume this sigil in the upper right-hand corner is just flavor for the map.
That is just
to re-add them.
Click the button.
There's a button.
Push
Nope.
the button,
Good.
Frank.
If you left click on an icon, you can add to turn order or add turn.
Look at that.
However, because you did not copy and paste the icons from the previous map, you'll have to redo the name thing. Or you could go back and copy and paste the icons from the previous map. Follow your heart.
Actually, we should now take a break.
Nice job.
You should give us a little flavor of what's going on as our cliffhanger.
Will Scott click the add turn button, or will he go back and grab the token from the previous map and copy and paste next time to total party kill?
So you are. Let me explain what this corridor looks like.
Ooh.
Corridor.
Stately Wayne Manor.
The ceilings are 15 feet. I'm going to assume that you're going to turn.
Well,
the
it is
corner.
important. You're a very tall man.
As you turn the corner, you see that the passage leads to a subterranean chasm spanned by a zigzagging 10-foot wide look down, and it consists of a jumbled mass of boulders. To the west, the chasm narrows and continues for some distance. And as you stand on the precipice of this bridge over this yawning chasm, a wind ruffles your hair and you think, adventure or to flee?
Adventure!
News.
Something that I have not planned for, no doubt.
And we'll do that on the next episode of Total Party Kill.
Hooray!
Thank you!
Thank you!
Thank you, and good night.
Oh, zigzaggy.
There we are.
All right,
Cut
so
Wow, zigs and zags, the full bit.
break time.
Break time.
Everybody's okay
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, everyone
Yeah.
seems okay now. Somebody else in the member Slack mentioned that the video on YouTube might be a little choppy too, but I haven't checked. So
It's what I think it's just what I'm broadcasting. Robotony.
Lucy and Tony.
All right. We will be back.
I'm gonna get a snack.
Yeah, please. I'll be back.
You need a snack after that song. All right, I'm going to attempt to do this. 3, 4, 5. Okay. I did it.
What's everybody snacking on?
Nutrigrain bar, or not actually Nutrigrain bar, off-brand Nutrigrain bar from Market Basket. Legally distinct.
Hello. Where did my pencil go? Oh, there it is.
I'm continuing my tradition.
I've eyed your spring rolls with jealousy. I saw them a couple times. Just like, spring rolls. And I thought about how Tony, I already had Chinese food today, and yet spring rolls still look very good.
How long has it been since you had Chinese? Like 2 hours?
Yeah, about that.
You're probably ready for more then.
I am. So she...
Okay.
Dungeon and Dragon. Today we are going deeper into the earth where there is Victorian hippo. Yeah. First, we go into a known cult temple. Then we go into their basement. Then we go into their sub-basement. Mistakes.
That's what we.
What do we accomplish? Well, when do we leave? When is it okay to leave this horrible
Don't we
place?
have like a rock or something?
Have to throw in a thing.
Mhm.
Now you can hear me.
Yes.
So we need to throw that stuff in a thing, and then we can leave.
Yep.
And we definitely, and we have not seen that thing yet.
No. So you will
You would-
recall.
Oh, will we?
I will.
Did we
Will
bring the stuff?
I
Wait,
don't know.
check and see if we brought the stuff.
That.
Oh yeah, the Victorian hippos are still just holding it. Pick it up anytime now.
God, guys, we left the stuff back at
their elemental god, basically, and in hopes of breaking the barriers between Athos and the other planes. You interrupted one, the air cult, remember, and Umlal lost his soul and fought Yansi Bin.
Lost or get?
Shut down these other portals if you can. And so now you are on a quest to find the other prophets as they are. So you know that each cult is led by a prophet, and you are looking for that prophet.
Why do we have to do everything?
Because you're
Worst single fact I
Yeah.
ever heard about
This
it.
place is awful.
exactly.
No argument.
Are we all ready?
The contents of Athos is sand and these jerks. That's it.
From the rest of the
The
multiverse.
wizard and the
the-
Victorian hippos told us
Yeah.
we need to
Victorian hippo.
do this. All right.
So we don't
I-
infect the rest of the world with Athos's total
I think-
crappiness.
Also,
Why
mainly,
do we care?
guys,
I think we're ready.
imagine how bad Athos is now. No, I think they'd go down.
Everybody would
People
leave.
would leave.
Yeah.
You'd have a Detroit situation here.
Wow.
My
Material.
apologies to anyone lives in Detroit doing.
Yep.
Let's not push it.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill. I'm Scott McNulty. I still am a dungeon master, and I am the dungeon master that is running this game of Dark Sunrise.
So we are.
Okay, good.
Everybody
Here we
remember
are.
Eglath? He died in like episode 10.
It's my brother. Of course, I remember him. We didn't know each other well, though.
Oh.
I wasn't here.
Never
then.
met him.
So you have just went big bridge that goes across it.
Amla loves bridges.
Mm,
And frittatas.
I am
And-
immediately switching my psychic discipline to mastery of air.
Oh,
So if I fall, I won't take any damage.
I thought so, like, mastery of Amla.
that's smart.
Hey, Scott,
Yeah.
is this
Dragon from-
Don't we
Is
have
this-
to tell you?
is
What
this
do you-
how I find out that I'm cut?
Tony, you can drag him from the journal into.
got the script.
I will do this. You during the unaired middle adventure between our last session and this session, Regdar.
Because it frankly just
And
wasn't
is it-
that interesting to anybody.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh no, that's sad. And as in a puff of sand, Regdar appears. Poof.
Ha!
Oh. Hi, I'm back.
Where you go?
He's resurrected.
Like a rubber
All right,
band.
what do you,
All
what
right,
do you do?
look like Amla is already walking out on the clearly dangerous bridge.
Do.
You said there were a variety of tunnels that look.
I switched my discipline. I am going to use some psi points and take on wind form, which means I have a flying speed of 60 feet.
Oh.
Yeah, because otherwise I would probably just fall, and then I don't.
I do.
Well, Carlos uses the magic word, and his sword bursts into flame and provides light.
Point of order.
Please,
What is
and your
the
sword
magic
lit up.
word?
Yep.
Yeah, what is a magic word?
It's please.
Please.
Flame on.
That's 2 words.
Technically
Magic
2 words,
phrase.
but I'll take it.
No, it's
We're gonna get
Yeah.
it only means
Flamian.
All right, so Umlal, you get to there. Everybody else, tell me where put your people where you would like them to be.
I would like them to be on the other side of the
Standing
bridge.
at the edge of the bridge. Yeah, I am concerned about Alma.
Yeah, but I need to be where there's light. So
You cannot be past where Umlal is. So
Why not?
Carlos.
I'm faster
because
than
I said
Omwal.
so.
Wow.
He said to put us where we wanted to be.
Well,
He
within
wants to be over there.
Right.
I want to be on the other side.
I assume you are no good. Everybody. So, what is everyone's passive wisdom perception checks?
15.
Passive
That's
perception.
a bit of a personal question.
10
You
here.
don't have to tell me.
Yeah, also 10.
15.
All right, so I will. So Shara and Zatasha notice something
Mine's 15 as
moments
well.
before it happens. You see in the darkness some figures moving towards you from above.
From above?
From above.
That's from above!
I was told this map was 2-dimensional. What's happening?
As 3 gargoyles appear.
Batman. Ah!
Made slightly better by Tony slightly.
The robot.
Oh no! Do you think these gargoyles heard about what happened to the last one?
The TV show was canceled, you mean?
Oh no!
Oh no. So these gargoyles, Umlal and Carlos. Carlos, give me 1 strength check, and Umlal, give me 2.
Strength check, you say?
Yes.
Oh no! They might be trying to pick you up and drop you.
I got a 14 and a 14, conveniently enough.
9.
All right.
Not a saving throw, I take it. That was a check.
Not a saving throw, no.
20.
Okay, good. And Umlal, actually, you don't have to give me 2. So what happens is these 3 gargoyles swoop down from, they were hidden in ledges up in the dark, the inky darkness of the cavern. They swoop down and they basically try to push both Umlal and Carlos off the bridge. They managed to push Umlal to the edge, but he,
and off the edge.
They're kind of engaged and kind of pushing him more, but they were only able to push him towards the edge. This other one
So pushy.
knocked 2 hands on the ledge of the bridge, and now we will roll initiative.
Oh.
Yikes.
And remember that there's a 50-foot drop to a stone floor. And I forget how we roll falling damage, but it's not good.
I think it's usually about a D10 per 10 feet.
I think that's right. All right. So yes, that'd be 5d10 damage if anyone's going to fall to the floor.
Let's see.
All right. So we have we find ourselves in a perilous situation where we are on this stone bridge 50 feet above the cavern floor. Carlos is dangling by the tips of his fingers on the bridge. Shara, you've got these gargoyles. 2 gargoyles are standing on the bridge. The one that's flying is moving, but the 2 that are standing on the bridge are motionless, and they look like they're just statues. You're like, what's the big deal?
So just to make sure I'm reading this right, it's a little hard with the labels. I see the one kind of catty corner to Zatasha and Kachka. I'm assuming that's the one that's flying, levitating. Yes. And then below them, there's Carlos Almal and then the other two. Am I reading that right?
That is correct.
Okay. Thank you. Well, I think, yeah, I will come down to where those two are. Again, pulling out my rapier, and 12 plus 6, 19.
A 19 will hit.
19 will hit. Okay, so remember these HP can only be regenerated through a rest.
Ooh, that's important for gargoyles, I think.
Plus, I also get my sneak attack since Almal is right here.
Yeah,
so,
that's good. All of this is good. Well, bad for gargoyles.
So we have 13, 16, 20 points of damage.
All right, so your rapier kind of slides into its stony body and does how much did you say? 20 points? 20 points of damage. And so wounding a statue is a difficult concept to describe, but it doesn't look good, the hole in it.
Looks bad.
Remind me about the damage that it'll take there.
Okay.
Because I'm going to forget.
Okay.
But you are now standing this
and I want to disengage and move back.
Oh, all right.
Done.
Before you say anything.
Yeah.
So Carlos, give me another strength saving. Give me a strength check, actually.
Just pure strength versus like
your
an
strength with your your strength bonus.
Yes.
The gargoyle jumps onto you, stops moving, turns into stone, and your hands slip off the bridge, and you fall to the bottom of the chasm.
That was a real jerk move for a gargoyle.
50 feet down, right? Shouldn't we have some time to...
Actually, as a reaction, when a creature near me starts to fall, you know what I can cast?
Fireball.
Thunderwave.
When I or a creature within 60 feet of me starts falling, the falling creature's descent slows to 60 feet per round until the spell ends.
All right, so you see Regdar notices that Carlos's grip has fallen. He quickly utters some arcane words, and Carlos, you are terrified, and then your descent slows down. You still have a gargoyle gripped on you. He's basically grappling you, but you are not going to plummet and take any damage.
All right.
You're welcome. We still have to get you out of this 50-foot deep chasm.
I can fly.
I have so much rope.
I can levitate too. Yeah.
Also, if you kill a gargoyle and fashion its wings into a crude aircraft.
These two remaining gargoyles are going to...
One of them takes 1d4 necrotic damage.
Give me a d4.
3. Also, they can save. They need to make a DC 15 to save, but...
What is it, Constitution? Or...
Mm-hmm.
I got a 16.
Okay.
All right, so he is okay. Well, I mean, he's not okay, but he's not going to take... His wound looks less bad. Carlos, give me 2 strength checks.
2 strength checks?
Oh, not Carlos. Umlal.
Oh, good.
Sorry.
Yeah.
24. Eat it, gargoyle 1. 15.
All right, well, they both kind of push you at the same time, but you remain
standing there like, what?
They actually move back a little more than you do. And they are puzzled by this. Regdar, so you've taken your reaction to...
I've done my reaction, so now I can try and help.
And you can cast a cantrip, I think.
Yes. I'm going to throw a blob of acid at the gargoyle, we'll say the one that's southeast of Carlos. Omlal. And let's roll that. Acid splash. DC 16. And that gargoyle will take 6. I don't know. Are gargoyles...
You don't know anything about gargoyles. You don't know anything about gargoyles.
I met gargoyles upstairs stairs like
That's true.
earlier
Sure,
today.
you meet two
the
gargoyles
garden.
and you think you know everything about gargoyles.
I feel like I know a decent
Tourists.
amount about the gargoyles in the temple.
The acid does not appear to do any more damage, but I did make my saving throw, so I don't know what that means.
Okay. Oh, if you made the saving throw, you do not take the 6 damage.
Oh, well then you don't know anything about these guys. Well, you're shielded. You're not on the bridge, so you're clever. Ketchka.
Yeah.
I'm not going out there. It looks awful. It's full of gargoyles.
All right. So, save a spell slot, use a spell slot. What do I do? Well, since I'm concerned about guys getting knocked off the bridge here, I think what I will do is a 10-foot radius, so it should be able to hit them without hitting any of my compatriots.
Okay.
So they must make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. I don't know why I said it like that.
I don't either. I wish you hadn't.
One fails, but one makes it.
Okay, so nice. As nice. Oh, okay. So the one that failed will take 18 damage.
All right.
I'm sorry. Wait a minute. They're at a disadvantage because they are made of stone. Yes.
Yes, they are. All right.
Okay.
So
try that other one again.
Try that one again. That one failed. They both fail.
Okay, good. Then they each take 18 thunder damage.
All right.
Saving throw.
Yes.
It's Constitution.
Well, let me re-roll them just to.
What? Wait.
Well, I failed and failed again anyway.
All right, good.
Does that hit anybody else or just them?
Them.
He positioned it such that it only hits them.
Gotcha.
And maybe, or she, I should say. And the shatter also gets part of the bridge, and you see some cracks developing on the bridge.
Oh dear.
Oh, good.
Maybe not the best idea to cast that one again. Okay.
Is there anything else you would like to do, Kashka?
No, I think, well, let me give, is that Omlal that's still on the bridge? Let me give him inspiration in case he needs to.
Me inspired.
Good. So you have 1d8 if somebody tries to push you off the bridge again.
Cool.
Now, Omlal, with that, you feel suddenly inspired, and you have 2 pushy gargoyles near you.
Me hate pushy gargoyles. Push someone else around.
And they look at Shara.
And I don't have the strength you have.
Right.
Number 2.
26 and
That will hit a gargoyle.
that 11 won't hit. Let me just re-roll the 2d6 on that first one. That's slightly better. So it'll take 12 damage.
All right. You're chipping away at this gargoyle.
Haha.
Let me see. Useful. Nope, don't think so. Done.
Oh, all right. You're going to stay there?
I don't know. Should I just start running away? What do you want me to do?
I don't want you to do. I want you to do whatever you want to do. I'm just giving you options.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll be here. I'll be here.
All
You know where to
right,
find
good.
me.
I know where to find you, next to the 2 gargoyles.
That's right.
Zatasha.
Gargoyles
all over the place. Well, really, only 3 gargoyles, and one is on the bottom of the floor there.
Yeah, one has fallen with Carl at the one that is closer to Shara.
Okay.
So it needs to make an intelligence saving throw. DC
DC what now?
15.
15. I fail.
Also, just a thought, maybe we don't want everybody to stand on the same section of bridge at once.
It takes 10 psychic damage.
All right. Anything else, Zatasha, as you mess up a gargoyle's brain?
I feel like I'm okay where I am right now.
In this action, have we fallen down or are we in the midst of falling?
You have landed on the bottom of the chasm, and you have a gargoyle grappling with you.
So what can I do while being grappled.
You could try to escape. Ooh. I'm reading.
Yeah, just wondering if I can do I have to headbutt them or something, or can I try to escape and then hit them, or what? Because
You could do either an athletics or an acrobatics check to escape.
I will do an athletics check to escape.
All right.
That is a 20.
Land on the floor very nicely, and you just kind of shrug your shoulders and throw the gargoyle off your back, and that is your action. You could move. You could. Now you are standing right next to the gargoyle, so if you move, it will get an attack of opportunity.
Right.
Scott, could you?
I'll just wait for Dan to Google it.
Dan, can you clarify for Scott? Is Scott right?
Yep. I believe it is.
I am looking at the rules, and it is in fact an action.
All right. Or next time.
Take a defensive pose.
Yes. Carlos is mad, but not as mad as he would have been had he fallen. He thinks, "Wow, that was a long way down, and yet I landed easily. I'm awesome."
Carlos
does not understand that Featherfall was cast on him, does not care, thinks he's great, and that is the end of Carlos's turn.
Oh no, Carlos is going to be jumping off all kinds of things now.
Like trees.
Oh, that's true.
I'm hoping that Regdar will give him the that was the magic.
Shara. You've noticed the cracks from the shatter. Oh, how far? You'd say maybe a couple of feet in.
Okay. Well, I'm still gonna step in.
Okay.
Going to roll a 13.
A 13 will not hit a gargoyle.
Yeah. Okay. So then I am going to disengage and go back to where I was.
Seems smart.
Yeah.
Carlos, give me an opportunity attack as this. Actually, no, this gargoyle is disengaging and full comment. So it just looks like it would say that. And these two other gargoyles have not been very successful in pushing Umlal off of the bridge, but they want to give it one more try. So
do it up.
Give me a couple more strength checks, Umlal.
All right. And Steve, can I add inspiration to checks as well as saving throws, or does it have to be a saving throw?
It is ability saves or 2 hits.
Oh, ability.
That's a check.
Yep. Okay. So I'll keep that in mind if it looks like I'm rolling low. I got an 8, so like on that one, for example. Probably going to use that now.
Okay.
That's a 5, so that got me to a 13.
All right, one tries to shove you and fails.
And the second one was an 11. I can't do anything about that.
The second one shoves you and pushes you off the edge. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
So I have a question about this. This sometimes comes to play. One of my abilities, Danger Sense. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects you can see, such as traps and spells. I presumably can see myself falling off, so...
If only there's some kind of...
All right. I got an 11 and a 7, so that didn't help me at all.
No, you fall to...
Goodbye.
Umlal falling down. Umlal's like, Richter's like, whatever. And you take...
I mean, I could... What do you want?
You're gonna say
bottom of the cavern.
Ow!
And you look
Why
up.
you save him but not me? What is happening?
And Carlos looks at you and says, "Why didn't you fall slower?"
All right, I'm at 21 hit points, so that really hurt.
I mean, you could have used your inspiration on that save.
I used my inspiration before.
Oh, did you? Okay, I missed that. Oh, there it was. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. We had a whole chat about that. Apparently, it was not like me.
Look on the opposite side. You're down there together.
Aww.
I'm bleeding badly.
But you're not alone. All right, Regular should do something good. How good
Yeah.
will it be?
Now maybe.
Not that good.
So you've seen Umlal fall to
the nearest gargoyle with a magic missile.
All right. So the nearest gargoyle is the one that's kind of flying next to the bridge.
Yes, he can enjoy 16 force damage.
Oh, he does not enjoy it, but he's not looking very good. He's got some big divots in him where the magic missiles have hit. He's got some cracks. He's not looking good for a statue. Anything else? Kind of flapping its wings, looking around, assessing targets. It looks like.
Mm-hmm. In terms of how messed up each of these guys is, I know that Amlal hit one of these guys to the south pretty hard, which is to say they are somewhat decently damaged, or are they still looking?
Yeah, they're both pretty beat up.
All right, so this is
hitting the one on the right, which means some of those points can't be like regenerated, I think.
Yep.
These rounds.
Okay. All right. Well, it doesn't seem like a horribly dire situation, other than the fact that our two tanks are at the bottom of the chasm there.
What could go wrong?
So I'm gonna hold back on my third level spells. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, you know what?
No.
My instrument out, and those of you who are perceptive, okay.
Whoa.
Hold on. Those of you who are perceptive will notice that I buy the nice fellow with the Victorian hippos in the other dimension.
Victorian hippos.
He was a wizard, a powerful wizard.
He was a wizard,
and also a hippo wrangler.
Down more.
That's true.
Yeah.
Where he looks up from his desk and frowns.
Make your robe pop, man. Just like
make an effort. You know, like respect yourself, and the Victorian hippos will respect you.
All right.
It's good life lesson.
So with my and
is it a guitar? Another guitar?
It was a lyre.
You're a liar.
But I'm not really a lyre playing kind of guy, so I've made some modifications. It was called the Klee lyre, which is named after a famous bard school apparently in that other dimension, but I've modified it to be more like a guitar. It's called the Kleetar now.
I like it.
I'm going to cast a spell at you.
Oh no.
And a wind wall spell springs forth from the Kleetar. Which is a wall of strong wind.
And that just slaps them off.
And they must make a strength saving throw since they are within its area.
Okay. All of them. The lowest is a 15. Two save and one does not.
Okay.
We'll say the one closest to you does not save.
All right. Well, the one that didn't save takes 12 damage.
All right.
Bludgeoning. And the ones that saved take 6. That makes, I guess, kind of like an L shape where these three fellows were. And I don't know if they are small or smaller flying creatures.
They are not.
They are not. Well, then they can fly through the wall at will.
All right. Does it do
but
anything?
The strong wind does keep
Be there for a minute.
Well, I can break my concentration and make it go away. But
they can also try to make you break your concentration. But
I mean, it doesn't really affect them, I don't think, beyond the initial damage.
No, it does not. Okay. Anything else, Ketchka?
Nope. That's going to do it.
It's very windy. Umlal, you are prone at the bottom of a chasm. This chasm, in fact.
Get up.
Oh.
Is there any way for me to climb up?
You appear to look around.
In fact, I do look around.
What? That's silly. Yeah, you feel like you could climb up. Possible.
Okay. So is that like a athletics check, presumably?
Yes.
Yes.
Let me check. Oh no. I want to see how. I think you probably climb at half your speed, maybe.
It's probably sweet.
see, spider climb. You don't have that. If you had
I
spider
do.
climb,
I'm a spider.
Here.
Secretly a spider. This whole
You scamper halfway up along the wall. I assume you're gonna. Well, okay. You tell me. Do you want to climb up the northern face, which will get you to where you entered?
Ledge at all.
Oh yes, then you can also do those.
If I go up the north face, I get a puffy jacket. I'm gonna go up the southern face and end up passing where we were, I think, or where we were headed.
Where you're headed. Okay, so I'm just gonna move you over here, and you're climbing up there.
I wave at Carlos before I start climbing.
You don't even say anything. You just stand up. You look at Carlos,
Brush
and then
myself
you run,
off.
yeah, and then you climb up.
Ah.
Zatasha.
To make an intelligence saving throw, DC 15.
Once again, it fails.
I'm getting the picture that these aren't the smartest of fellows.
It's very judgy, but yeah, they're not.
All right, 15 points of psychic damage.
They have a good trick at pushing people off this bridge, but other than that, all right, this gargoyle looks.
Do I think that I am strong enough to carry Carlos as I am flying? Like, if I dipped down, do I think on my next turn I'd be able to carry him up?
You think that would be very difficult, but not impossible.
I'm not very good at doing difficult things.
Yeah. I don't think it is.
Yeah. Okay, then I guess
God, difficult things are usually so easy.
I'm just, strength is not my strength. So,
Fair enough.
yeah, I guess I will.
You got mind bullets, though.
Yeah, I do.
Pit.
Yeah, that was
Pit is
some.
a chasm.
There was some excitement there when Umwal smashed down and then just said, "I meant to do that," and scrambled back up the other side. But
did.
Carlos has got the far back up 50 feet.
Yes.
Oh, the range of Ray of Frost is 60 feet.
Oh, look at this, Carlos.
But it's a 9 versus AC, so it does
All
nothing. And can I do anything else? Could I use some of my move to start scrambling up, or is that it?
Climbing would be your action, so you could move towards the wall.
Gargoyles up on the wall, right? Can I see them?
Perfect. Yes,
All right,
you can, and you could see underneath the bridge that there are some cracks.
Some cracks. Yeah.
That seem to be perhaps widening as there's some jostling up there.
Got it. Okay, that's it for Carlos.
All right, Carlos. 3 gargoyles on this bridge. Just saying.
Yeah, just what you want, right? Okay, so I'm gonna do my standard step forward.
And you're gonna hit the gargoyle you've been hitting before.
This is AC.
A 20 will hit a gargoyle.
Okay. I do not get my sneak attack.
No.
That is a bummer. That's 5, 8. 8 points of damage.
That's a very tall rapier. You.
All right. So now I'm going to disengage, and
I'm just gonna delete it.
5. So I have 25 feet. I'm running all the way over here.
Okay.
I'm going just in case I haven't noticed.
FYI, the gargoyles will swoop over here. This one swoops over here and give me 2 strength checks as they both try to push you off the bridge.
Strength. So I rolled 2 19s.
Oh, excellent. Do you have any strength pluses?
Well, I rolled 17s.
Okay.
I rolled 18s and my +1.
All right. So the first one, the one that's on the bridge tries to push you and it gives you a really good shove, but you shrug it off and you're like, haha. But it makes you a little.
Doesn't seem fair. Dexterity saving throw?
Yes.
I'm good at dexterity saving. I rolled a natural 20 plus my 6.
All right. So you are falling backwards and you right yourself and you're like, ha. Is that the best you've got, gargoyles?
But I am. So am I on the bridge or did I fall off?
You are on the bridge.
Okay.
Point any movement to get up here.
Okay, cool.
Regdar, you have just seen Shara almost fall
Regdar
down.
is going to do what may be later revealed to be a mistake. We'll say the upper one that is haranguing Shara. Yeah. Oops. So I got a 27 versus what's his Ray of Frost target? I guess just their AC. Yeah. Why doesn't it show the damage there? Ray of Frost is it would be 2d8. Oh,
it's 18 down there.
Oh, I just assumed that couldn't possibly be right because it can't. That's pretty good for a cantrip. 18 damage and more.
That's true. So the Ray of Frost, you extend your finger and a Ray of Frost shoots out and hits its wing. Its wing freezes solid, and as it tries to flex it, the wing shatters and it falls into the chasm, and you hear a big crack as it hits the floor. And
Regdar considers casting Featherfall on it and then decides not to. Sometimes better than others. With Amwal as a friend.
Their connection is lagging.
Oh dear. You see one gargoyle next to Shara. Shara has yelled out.
Where was I?
I think you were behind Ketchka, right? So that's 5, 10, 15, 20. You could move 10 more feet.
I think I should probably do that just because that might be important later. How about I move there?
Okay. It's pretty messed up.
Oh, all right. Well, in that case, I will viciously mock him. You're messed up.
And your friends are gone.
Oh, no, you'll take.
I am alone, and nobody does like me. No!
Gargoyles could cry. He would be.
Oh, he will take a clean 8 psychic damage.
Gargoyles
all right.
cry.
And
yes.
Is he dead?
No.
Oh, he's got disadvantage
choices. He thought he was a good gargoyle. He thought he was doing what he was supposed to do. Umlal, you are halfway up this rock face, getting close. You could see in 25 feet the bridge that you can grab onto.
Let's see if I can make it another 25 feet. That's
yes,
24.
Well, easily. And I'll even say that you end up there.
Okay.
And you can see that is pretty well illuminated, actually. So you can see the thing.
Ooh.
All right, Zatasha.
I'm gonna mind thrust at the last remaining gargoyle. So
oh no.
Intelligence saving throw.
That's right. He fails.
Okay. Good.
Smart Gorgar. I can't say. Never mind.
It's a hard word.
I am not a smart gargoyle.
That is only 8 points.
Smargoyle. We call that a smargoyle.
Not a smargoyle. He is very near to being destroyed, but he is still standing.
Oh boy. If only I hadn't rolled that one.
Carlos, you are at the bottom of the chasm. You have watched
else that I can do because Rigdar taught him to me, and that's why I fail again with Ray of Frost. And that's so every so often that chapter.
Everybody on the bridge sees a ray just kind of shoot into the sea. Shara, you've got a very cracked gargoyle who looks even angrier than it did at the beginning of this.
I like to think that Rigdar is up there going, "Oh God, he's so bad at this."
You're only a level 1 wizard, so
yeah.
Okay, I still do not get my sneak attack.
You're not going to need it.
That is 10 points of damage.
All right, you plunge your rapier into its chest, and it shatters into rock pieces and falls.
Yay!
Amal's like, where all gargoyles go?
They did.
I will maybe fly alongside Kachka and Regdar as much as I can, just in case the bridge collapses underneath them.
I'm going to cast Levitate on Carlos just to get him up.
Oh,
wait, hang on. Let me read this.
Levitate.
Creature, loose object that you can
do 20 feet on the next turn too.
Can you have him?
No, I only have one.
Yeah, but it lasts for a while, I think.
You can change the target's altitude of up to 20 feet in either direction on your turn.
You got up to 10 minutes, so you just, yeah,
you can slowly levitate him up.
He goes up 20 feet every 6 seconds.
So what you're saying is that Carlos featherfall down and levitated up.
Like 5 feet short of getting back up on the bridge. You feel like that's all we got.
And then he just does a little acrobatic flip. And
I might recommend, if that's a spell slot, that you save it, because we can just throw a rope down now that combat's over.
I mean, it's my daily action. It's a daily power.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Carlos can climb up.
Levitate. Carlos, give me an athletics check.
Midair like this, like, no, not going up.
Somebody throw a rope
17.
down so it's at least a little easier.
Give me another one, Carlos.
I could like fly like kind of.
Is at the southern point of the bridge, sees this room that I will describe to you.
You know, when you see the southern room for the first time.
You don't understand why you came this way.
I don't want your guff. A massive pair of stone doors lie broken just south of this small plaza that you're looking into. Its bottom hinge and the other lie shattered on the ground. The standing door is carved with a pastoral scene of grain fields and rolling hills, which you've heard tell of such things. Arrow slits are carved into the east and western walls.
I don't like the way you said that at all.
I like how I would imagine Omlal
Funny, no, remember this.
seemed like something we would do.
But
all of the purple pants have been taken already.
I'm gonna go to the edge side.
And so this plaza is empty.
Okay.
I'm checking out the ceiling because I can still fly. I get to fly for 10 minutes, so I'm going to use it.
You're gonna use them.
The ceiling is 15 feet tall and unadorned.
One of those 15 feet tall ceilings.
And it looks as though there's one arrow, either one of them.
You would have to get closer to find out.
I don't like that answer.
I could fly to the ceiling and like fly all. No, that's probably not a good idea.
Carlos runs across.
All right, Carlos. You hear a voice say, actually, where you're standing, let's see, you could probably see it. You see a hobgoblin standing there.
Please
Just
try the
mouth
magic
it.
word.
What's
Yeah.
the password?
Magic word.
But that's
think
going to make
we-
his
I think
sword
we-
light.
I think we murdered the people that asked
Can I
us
fly
that.
forward and try to mystic charm
Alrighty.
or be charmed by me?
So
End of his next turn.
hobgoblins are kind of large, now roll a, what is it, a wisdom saving throw?
Charisma.
Charisma.
Not necessarily known for their charisma, are hobgoblins.
They are not.
Yeah.
He is confused, and he
I'm so
puts his-
sorry. I forgot the password. But can you use it anyway, please?
I always try that when I'm logging into my mail account.
Pretty, please?
and you hear someone walking and saying, "What's the problem?" And in walks a human. All right, he needs a charisma saving throw. See, I remembered. Ah. You got a 6.
All right. And he's charmed. Hi, it's us from upstairs. And we were supposed to bully me. But could you please have a
It is her.
word?
She's
And,
like this.
Yeah.
Right. I assume
There was an issue with the tortured
Hulk,
the tortured yeah.
Umber Hulk.
Umber Hulk, yeah.
It got out. It's bad.
Yep. So
it got out. Well, what are you doing down here then?
we were told to come down and basically make the rounds, warn everybody,
Make sure
and
everything's
then
okay.
stand guard afterwards.
All right. Well, thank you for letting us know.
Yeah, but we have to like literally go on through and make, eye contact with everyone.
Got to see if there are any
Check
other
out all the
Umber
nooks and
Hulks.
crannies. Yeah, because somebody let that Umber Hulk free. So we need Yeah, and then I telepathically say, what's the password? He'll have to say it out loud.
He is very confused by this. So I'm going to give him. All right. Well, he makes a triangle symbol with his fingers.
like this, and I put all of my fingers together in like a pointing thing.
You're new here.
I totally forgot.
Yeah, we are new
Almost,
here.
almost,
long day.
almost trying to figure out.
Thanks a bunch. I will put in a good word
Upstairs.
upstairs.
Literally.
Yeah, and we're all just cultists in robes, right?
Following the leader.
Ah.
Leader.
All right. Let me explain what's in this room. So this was once.
There's not a lot of prosperous farmlands in Dark Sun.
That is true. This is an ancient.
Yeah, it's
Place
before
that's
everything was ruined, presumably.
Deep cracks
Before
By the
along
wizards.
The walls, sections of the masonry have collapsed, and huge stone doors. Bedrolls are in the southeast corner of the room. You also see 4 hobgoblins, 2 ogres that are standing at attention, and a large
Dolphin, ma'am.
I was building up to the land shark.
I turn to the guy who is charmed, and I say, "Oh, what's your name, by the way?"
Nartham.
Okay, Nartham, do you think like we're supposed to,
Just Tasha to try and recruit Narthan to her pyramid scheme. Narthan, you find that you often need
don't run
pyramid
consider Amway. Yeah.
I assume you'd probably either.
Where do they have Mirjar stationed these days?
Well, the mud sorcerer is in his laboratory.
Behind
Points down to the south corridor there.
Oh yes, mud sorcerer indeed.
That sounds.
Who else might you want to tell? Arion is, of course, in his torture chamber, so you might want to tell him.
Does he gesture when he says?
To the west.
West. Okay. All right. I guess we'll head for Mirjan first. Oh, and then I point at the closed door and I say, "Is there anybody important behind that door?"
No, those Duragar are sleeping.
I'll
let them know.
All right. That's cool.
Let sleeping Duragar lie, I say.
Maybe on the way out, like I'll just open the door and I'll just say in there, the Umber Hulk got loose, just so I will have like officially done my duty. And
Of course.
Yep. Cool.
Can I ask why you're flying ground and keep our connection to the earth solid?
Mostly it's because I've been in a hurry. I don't go very fast when my feet are on the ground.
You might be in the wrong.
I much prefer.
Points to the bullet.
Yeah, that's a pretty sweet ride. I'm impressed. And then I say, "Come on, guys," and we go south.
Yep.
All right, so you go down.
Oh God.
Oh dear.
Oh no! Now I gotta list all the side effects of Nartham. Don't use Nartham if you've breathed air in the last 10 minutes. Nartham done.
Well done. All right, so you go down there and it branches off into 3. You can
see our
keep
ad
going.
in Dragon Magazine.
And to the east is a door.
How I have dark vision, so looking 60 feet south.
Oh, so you see a room that is twain in two by a chasm.
Scanner driver
twain. Walking in there, I will read the description. Some long ago, seismic event devastated this great hall. A deep chasm splits the chamber into 2, leaving a wide gap between the north and southern halves. Freestanding pillars of rock to the east create natural stepping stones across the chasm. The chasm continues beyond the west wall, and a narrow ledge is almost 50 feet high. Each of the pillars anchors heavy iron chains with links as big as a warrior's hand, and at the end it sees you, and now it is moving towards you and is restrained by this chain. It's kind of.
All right. I think we should check out that door. Sorcerer, priest, whatever he was.
Sorcerer.
Mud sorcerer is.
Yeah.
He might be behind that door.
Do you want to check behind the door first?
Yeah. Let's do
Okay.
that.
Seems super.
Open the
Quietly.
door.
Here's how stealthily. A 23. I am super quiet and stealthy.
All right.
Oh my God. Statues.
Oh man.
Lots of statues. Oh well. Do you just want to open the door?
After that, I quietly opened my door with my 23 stealth.
Statue has spiky maces in the place of hands. However, several of the statues are melted or deformed. The flagstones in the middle of the room have been removed to reveal a surface of natural rock. Regdar catches a glimpse of the person who is standing here and says, "Hey, you stole my hat!"
Hat stealer. Seamless.
Mirjan turns and reveals himself to you.
Whatever, or just tune in next week for Total Party Kill.
Stately Wayne Manor.
He's very stately. Let's see. One more.
One more sounds
that
good.
work?
One more? Do one more.
One more.
Right.
Can you remind Regdar, right? Or not market,
Yes.
but we were in this like the street behind the
Yep, and he was the
Behind the
one that
tavern?
attacked you.
what what town was that bar in?
That was
in
Tyr,
Tyr.
I thought.
Tyr.
That was
yeah.
in Tyr.
And yeah, it was the previous
Yeah.
season. It was in Tyr, and there was
Oh,
the Templars.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Get a beverage or something. I command it.
Listen to the
Very-
You are
DM.
the DM. So.
And I'm pinging. Oh, I was reading. Oh, I can't hear you. You're actually muted. 'Cause
You did.
why
Moving
wouldn't you
stuff
be?
around on my desk.
How the live stream is doing. There's not very many people there now. That's fine. All right. This has been quite a week.
What has happened this week?
Oh, this was Jamie's graduation. So people and ceremony and all sorts of stuff. It was quite a thing. And also my little baby is now a high school graduate, so that's crazy. Off from school. Because first day of classes. So she graduated on June 14th. First day of class at the University of Oregon, October 1st.
What?
So she gets a long summer.
Yeah.
Long summer for Jamie.
You're gonna make her get a job.
No, well, there's a bunch. We're going to Hawaii for a week, so there's a lot of stuff
It's
going
gonna be
on.
a rough time for her.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for her. Tough for her. I did want Jamie and Julian were debating the merits of Jamie and you boneheads. So, what I'm
They have
saying is we
merits?
talk about cat
Jamie and you
issues
boneheads.
are brought up. Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
I
That's
have to
good.
tell
I
you,
mean,
when-
they got to be talked about somewhere.
When PewDiePie did a whole episode on his channel about Cool Cat, I suddenly was, and of course, I don't know if you noticed, but Derek Savage totally was like, "Hey, thanks for supporting my movie." And it's like, dude, that is not what is happening now. So whenever we're ready to go, I will write down the time, and then I'll give you the 1 hour warning when it happens. This is my new method. Things down on paper with a pen.
Miracle of literacy.
Like literacy.
Actually,
really-
quite a
you're
few
really-
podcasters probably would have never thought of that.
It's what's
You're
for
really
dinner.
pulling back the curtain here.
Yeah. Well, I had several times where we
you mock, but you didn't think of it.
I did. That's why I appreciate it. I was looking at the.
I can't write it down until we start.
On my recording. Well, what? Welcome back to Total Party Kill. I am Scott McNulty, one of your top 4 dungeon masters. I don't know. We are back at Dark Sun, where we have left our adventurers on the doorstep of the infamous door and sneak away. We'll find out in probably a minute or less.
As I recall, that hat was hella haunted. So
It was.
Yeah.
You could
I
not
don't think
remove
any
it.
of the rest of
So
us can do that, but maybe in the interim, a regular.
a spooky hat that he could not remove. And when it was stolen by some weird dude and a bunch of rocky people. So you are standing in. The door is open. I will remind you that Mirajar is an Earth Genasi. You can tell that by looking at him. So he seems to be busy looking at some supplies with.
Plan.
what should we do here?
Yeah, who recognizes it? Because I wouldn't
I would not
recognize
recognize
him.
him.
Almo probably kind of remembers him vaguely.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe not to discuss without
Okay.
possibly.
Door closes. Remember, these are big stone doors that pivot, so you just kind of slowly close. Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say quieter than that.
I was thinking we'd just go in and talk to him and see how much we can learn about what's going on. You guys already know him. Maybe that's a bad idea.
You could go in, or you and I could go in.
That's an idea.
He-
I don't know. He is a Genasi.
He's also in a room full of statues made out of mud.
What are you saying about Genasi over there, Richter?
They seem to be. I have nothing against Genasi,
love
but
them.
it seems like
It should be noted, though, that what's his name in the other room referred to this guy as the Mud Sorcerer, as opposed to his exaltedness or something. So
that doesn't mean he recognizes you. He recognizes the hat.
He referred to him by name.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, you have an advantage that you're not as dumb as Regdar, Kachka, Carlos, or Omlal.
Oh, like that's hard.
Yeah, it's a low bar. You're a Genasi. Maybe there's some sort of like, maybe that will engender some goodwill.
Can go speak.
You think they have like a secret handshake?
No.
Some of our
my air discipline and gently fall to the floor and switch my discipline to psychic disruption, so I have advantage on deception checks, just in case.
All right.
Right, and
before you go, Shara,
I'd like to sing you a little song.
I am going to sing a little song. It's right.
Serenade me.
I bust out the Kletar and I cast on you protection from evil and good.
Okay.
Purposes of this spell, Scott, are Genasi considered elementals?
No.
Oh, well, never mind then. I do nothing.
Okay.
I noodle around on my...
Nope.
Then this will do you no good.
Okay.
Never mind.
Okay. It was worth a thought.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
I'm ready.
Okay.
All right,
Ready
tell
as
me
I'll
what
ever
you're
be.
doing.
All right. So,
Be stealthy or anything, right?
No, not at all. In fact, I'm just going to say, excuse me, sir.
His back is to you, and he says,
Sorry, but I was told.
Silence.
What's your experiment?
Silence.
It's not
So
going
I'm
well.
gonna, in Primordial, I'm gonna say,
and we were came down to tell you.
Rolls around and looks at you both and says, "What do you want?"
I feel like these
to jump in now with whatever you were going to say.
we wanted to check on you. There's a monster that got in Primordial. There's a monster loose upstairs. We just wanted to let you know so that if it comes barreling through the door, you wouldn't be disturbed. What are you doing?
Thank you for disturbing me to
You're
make sure
welcome.
that I will see the crown on the table that he's working on, but he's not wearing it now.
All right.
My friend had a hat like that once.
I was.
I'm gonna just try to mystic charm him. Why not try?
And it is what, charisma?
Yeah.
He gets an 18.
Yeah, that is enough.
He's turned his back
Is that table like in the middle or next to him, or
it's in front of him. I mean, they didn't
It's
draw
in
it on
front
his map, but he's standing in front of a table.
I'm gonna just like walk over there.
Thank you for telling me your message. Now go.
I feel like
Okay.
you think the rest of us should go?
Is there something that I can tell he's doing or perception?
Sure.
Since I'm so close?
Roll an Arcana check if you want. If you want.
That's a 5.
It is something magical.
Something magical. All right. All of this, and I'm just gonna like
Just staring at you with a blank look on his face.
super charismatic. I'm gonna come out here and be like, that guy's a jerk.
Shut the door.
So, how'd it go?
Do we want to somehow like sneak in and try to jump him?
I'm always thinking about kicking the door down. It's open. There's no point to it, but he just wants to do it.
So the crown that Regdar's talked about, like
on a
all
bench.
of that
Mm-hmm.
on a bench.
What if I'm like go in
I
and
don't
it's
think I necessarily want back, but I don't think it would be great if he did not have it also, right?
Right.
We should retrieve it, is what you're saying.
Should I go in and just like whop him on the head?
Mm-hmm. Things are going really well for me today.
I can make myself invisible and a few of us also invisible if I wanted to spend some side points to do it. But if we're just going to bust in, I don't want to waste them on that.
I rolled an 11.
Gems in it that seemed to flicker with arcane power. And when you looked at it, it still had gems in it, but they seemed to be darkened and cracked.
Okay. Ooh, no. So I
Experimented on, and it is less magical than it used to be.
So with a 22, you figure he's probably somehow siphoned off the magical energy that was in that
Which
artifact.
is not great because he probably has it somewhere else. So probably this is basically leftovers at this point.
But does that mean that he like possesses the power now, or that it's in an object that he's using? Like, I
think it's some flavor of not good.
Yeah. But
you
is it the kind where we attack this person, or is it the kind where we hurry?
Quietly continue on his own. Probably he's going to be called into service and show up at some point, probably during the battle.
Well, you guys want, I can make this door impassable.
So I was thinking, okay, just hear me out here, and this is me, not Carlos. Carlos will suggest this too, but a stupider version of it. Or maybe it's the same version. You decide how stupid an idea this is. What if, follow me here, we tried to kill him, and then one of us pretended to be him? Carlos could not pretend to be him. I think maybe that would be Shara, who would be a better person for that. But anyway. Can't hear Erica.
I didn't say anything. I was just sort of like...
just aghast. You're speechless.
My mouth hanging open.
By that.
He seems to be important.
Statues never do anything.
And the various land sharks in the area.
Mace hands.
Yeah. He is a powerful magic user we're confronting him in his seat of power. So.
Yeah, but there's 6 of us, and there's 1 of him. That's 5 more. 5
How many
more.
statues?
How many statues? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They're made of stone. This guy is a earth elemental. Something tells me he can animate these things.
Now, some of those statues you will recall.
Stone or melted metal?
Stone. They're all stone, so it looks like they were melted and sculpted. So it looks like someone took an existing statue that someone had carved, and then somehow warped it and moved the stone after the carving.
And if we did, then we would have all those dudes from the room up north to contend.
That's true.
We either need to go in there and do whatever.
Just throw that out there.
I mean, Regdar, he stole your hat. What do you think?
That hat was very unlucky for me. But he is very powerful. What else is going on here? And I don't know. I mean, it can't hurt to know more about this place and at least know where our exits are before we start any fights.
We've got more people we're supposed to be warning anyway. So
yeah,
we have a pretty good cover story.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as there's a fight, we don't have a cover story anymore.
Yeah. So do we want to try to continue south and get through that room of the awful land sharks? Or do we want to go back up through the other room to the west to go to visit?
Let's see. Right room. What room is this? Okay. The entrance moved about 15 feet towards you and then was stopped by this chain.
15 feet.
Looks like we can get around to the left, but
yeah, and we don't know that the other one is. The other 2 are chained.
And if they are, if they'll change the same length.
Yeah, I think we should go up.
Yeah, the chasm suggests that that's not like a well-treated things come up out of the chasm that they want to keep at bay.
Why bother to chain them then?
Well, so they don't run off.
Or maybe the really important stuff actually happens just south of here, and this is the way that they guard that area.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I mean, think about the room where all of the air elemental stuff happened, or before you guys found that room. Zatasha was not there.
Yeah, I feel like we've got easier places we can get to right now.
Yep.
Why don't we start with those? I mean, we've already technically warned the guy to the south, so maybe we'll raise some suspicions if we go back that way. But
well, no, because we'll tell him. Yeah, we already talked to Mirage, whatever his name is, and now we're off to chat with.
Oh well, he's going to be pissed.
I honestly don't know how that works. Like if he's just like for 1 minute he's super pliable, and then after that he's not anymore.
Charm is it?
It's mystic charm, but it doesn't say anything specific.
Well, if it doesn't say, then he doesn't know.
All right. Let's just...
We're going to go tell the other guy.
Maker symbols.
We're on our way to visit Arion, torturer extraordinaire, and off we go.
Oh, all right. Way down this corridor, I shall reveal the corridor. It is continues.
All right.
How far is? Well, they are.
Head to the door.
You see a statue here.
Ugh.
Carlos.
Yeah, there's that.
Make sure he doesn't do anything. So 3 hallways meet in this room, as you can see. An alcove in the middle of the west hall holds a 10-foot tall statue depicting a crude humanoid form composed of earth boulders and sharp crystals. One massive rocky fist is raised above its blunt head. Shattered rubble from an older statue lies heaped around.
Peek around to the north and south. I'm gonna go here.
To the south, you see a door, and then the corridor continues.
All right.
And
I roll. Oh, go ahead.
To the north, you see a T that goes west and east. Nobody's watching Shara. You open the door into a room that has. It looks like it's just been.
Yeah, don't toss those beds. Are those arrow loops in that room, Shara, or are those other doors off of that room?
Those are other doors that have brown curtains hanging.
Okay.
I'll quietly walk
It's a
through
barracks.
and check out the other room. I'll go here.
Are you going into the room?
Yeah. 26.
Okay, so you walk in there, you see another person laying on a bed and a chair, 4 chairs and a table. And then you see another across from you, another doorway with a curtain hanging in it.
Okay, I'm going to go out and close the door. And just say, hey, bunches of people are sleeping in there.
Alrighty. So the eastern corridor ends with a wall. The western way you see continues and ends with a wall, and then you can either go north or south. Before then, there's a little passageway that goes to the north.
All right. I'm going to just run back to check in with everybody. Okay. We've got lots of different ways to go.
Around the corner of the south. And where are you? Oh, here we are. The corridor continues down. And you see it can go.
Friends. Okay, so that room has sleeping people. We've got a door right here. And then there's a door just to the north, and then a bunch of other just directions we can go.
You're down to like 21 hit points.
Yeah, I'm pretty low.
Should we maybe do something about that?
He's not one to complain. But yeah, if there's any heals going, he would take one.
Are you doing this?
Right now we're in this area right here. Or I don't know where Amlal is. I'm here.
So where is everybody?
Like right here.
I'm standing in this intersection by this statue with the earthen fist.
Yes, I think.
The east, walking down the corridor, a humanoid figure that seems to be encased, seen before.
Guys, maybe we should get out of the way here.
Just seem to be. They're just walking down the corridor.
Let's go north.
Yep.
Act like we belong here.
Well, let's.
And where are you going? Are you just going to hang out? Okay.
Waiting to see which direction they go.
Are we just going that way? Carlos.
Moving also with them.
Okay.
I'm moving with purpose. The key is not to run. Run looks guilty, but you can
Right.
power walk. Power walk does not look
As you're
guilty.
walking down the corridor, you hear, I should reveal this. So there is a doorway.
No.
Oh boy, this is probably the wrong way.
Double doors though, that looks important. So let's just go in.
To the west, you can run down that or walk purposefully down that hallway, or you can attempt to open these doors
I'm all
or something else.
Kachka pops open a door and looks inside.
All right.
Open this door. Okay.
The one that I'm right next to here.
Oh, this door.
Oh, this door, do you? You'll rue the day, Kachka.
Oh no.
Stalagmites and stalactites everywhere. A stone building is anchored to the north, which I should reveal there.
Anchored.
It's just kind of like it feels like it's been carved out of the stone. Okay. Numerous lifelike statues have been arranged amongst the rock formations. The statues depict creatures in poses suggesting shock, fear, or agony.
Guys, we can hide behind these things.
Yeah.
Let's go hide behind some statues.
We can, think of these not as opponents, but as cover that will become opponents.
Close the door, maybe those guys will wander past and we can just leave again.
So you're going to close
12.
Necessarily, maybe there's no control.
You hide behind the door.
You don't hear anything.
Yeah.
Got a 21. I tell everybody that they went past. Do we want to check out that door to the north, or do we want to?
I'm also going to check out this door.
Might as well.
I want to see where they're going.
Well, you can peek out.
I'm gonna.
So you
I don't want
peek
to
out
lose
and
those guys.
You see an empty corridor.
You know nothing about them. They could just be Joe and Frank and Ted.
They might be going.
I don't know.
That described more of as an escort than a patrol, so he could be some kind of VIP.
You're opening the door.
Yeah. God, there's so many statues. Why?
Could also be a prisoner. He was encased in rock.
You see a sumptuously appointed chamber featuring tapestries of gold and brown, a huge bed covered in pillows, and an arrow slit that if you peek out, it looks into a chasm.
I'm
probably
going
Mirage's bedroom.
I'm gonna toss this entire room and find nothing.
All right, you move a bunch of stuff, and you're like, "Yeah, this has
stupid."
Anybody else want to look?
I'm keeping watch at the door.
Oh,
here.
look.
RS was up there.
Check out this sumptuously appointed room.
that is free of.
Oh, actually, is there a
treasure.
desk? Is there a desk in there?
There is a desk in here.
Okay. If I hear a mention of a desk, I'm heading that way because I'm a forger and a fence, so I like to look through people's personal papers and find out what kind of stuff they got.
Give me a perception check or an investigation check, I suppose. Whatever.
Okay, investigation and
2 urns that have in them 1,100 silver pieces and 130 platinum pieces.
Ooh, is somebody keeping track of our
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Okay, you carry it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, you counted them all. You're good at estimating. You find on the wall, there's a beautiful tapestry that is probably not... you also find a carved lyre worth 250 gold pieces.
Ooh.
An embroidered silk. Inside a wooden chest, you find a shirt of elven chainmail. Which gives you, it's just like chainmail, except it gives you a +1 AC.
I think it would not be helpful for me because it would screw with my stealth and stuff if it's chainmail. It's probably too... Oh, yeah, I can only wear light armor, so I'm assuming elven chainmail is not light.
No.
Oh, I just took magical armor as my magic from the Victorian hippos. I have my glamored magic armor. It's really pretty crappy. So what is the difference between... So right now I have glamored studded leather, so it's studded leather +1. How much better would this be?
Let me see. I forget what chainmail does.
Whoa.
That's
really?
pretty sweet.
Okay. If nobody else wants it, can I please have it? Because my armor class is currently 12.
Yeah, I think you should take it.
Their gifts are rejected.
They can be
They're just
sold
really
for
trying.
gold.
No exchanges.
I'm deeply sorry. But now we have some sweet armor we could probably sell at some point.
And so you look through the desk and there's no...
Yeah. So how much was that lyre worth?
250 gold pieces.
All right. I grabbed that and carried out to Kachka.
It says it's worth that much, but it's really useless.
I don't get it. Homonyms.
Anybody look out the arrow slit?
Yeah, it goes
Yeah, chasm.
Yes, it goes
Goblin
into the
did, he thought it was a cavern.
Cool.
All right, I'm stepping out of the room.
For all your shooting arrows into a chasm needs.
We're opening. I rolled a 1.
All right, the door creaks open very loudly.
Sweet, just what I wanted.
It's really hard to oil stone hinges.
It really. There's a monster on the loose upstairs. Watch doors and corners. Goodbye. And I close the door. And I'm like, there are a bunch of people in there, and there's another door beyond, but
It appears to be a mess hall.
Oh, man.
Oh, more
pancakes.
Somebody should
Serve
clean that
lunch.
all up.
Also,
'cause I know he was worried.
Okay.
They're eating. Okay. Further to the west?
you will see a pair of Dumbledores. You see another tunnel that turns to the west.
Peeking.
All right. You see before you, in the middle of the hall, stands a 10-foot statue of a stern dwarven warrior with spiked balls instead of hands.
Steve.
Wait, what?
Steve.
No.
Steven.
I'm gonna go peek around the corner to the south. I'm just down here.
It's all twisty in here.
I'm gonna listen at the door. The double doors. The dumble doors.
Door.
Yeah, do we ever decide if anybody... Do
That
we
might be the kind of
ever...
stuff we need to break up.
Do we ever decide if anybody had any healing spells?
Oh no, you guys didn't actually heal.
No.
Yeah, you were just like, let's look everywhere.
That's what we
Right.
do.
Almost. You're pretty far down.
So I'm at 21 out of 82, so I'm about a quarter of my max.
Yikes.
That's not great.
It's not fantastic.
Some healing words I can send your way, or
Seems like
Give
a
me
good
your
time
best
to use
word.
it.
Your
Those are-
finest word.
those don't do an enormous amount, or rather, cure wounds. It doesn't do an enormous amount of healing, but
I will heal you to the tune of 18.
Ooh, thank you.
wow, that's impressive.
Well, that was 4 psi points worth.
A cure wounds.
So where are you doing this, by the way?
I'm just
No,
right
no.
I think so. Yeah.
Seems to be
Alright.
where we're at.
I'm keeping like I'm looking up and down the corridor. I figure there are enough people by the door that I'll know if they're open, but I'm keeping watch.
Alrighty.
Mine's an action. I don't think it requires any verbal components or anything. I just touch them.
Touch up.
And I think really hard about.
Of his max. Oh,
All right. Well, here's my cure wounds coming your way. That does 11.
Alrighty. That brings me to 50 out of 82, which is... That'll do.
Let's see. Coming from the south, you
Well,
Why
there's
not?
two
Well, there are
happening.
people in there.
This
Yeah.
one is full of chanting.
I love ducking through Dumbledore's.
Dumbledore it is! Open these doors.
okay? How
Warn
are
in
you gonna open them?
everybody, so we got to open every door.
Stealthily.
And climb every...
A regular pit fills the center of this large hall. In the middle of the pit
Why
stands
couldn't
an
it have been a
obelisk.
regular pit full of horrible things?
The obelisk is made of glistening black stone. Bleached bones lie scattered near the foot of the obelisk. A smaller stone post in front of the obelisk holds a pair of manacles. In four cultists and this person kind of standing on a raised dais with his back to you, chanting, and the cultists are it's kind of like a call and response kind of thing. They are chanting.
Ugh,
This
so
seems like we should stop this.
Did you say?
Does this gnome appear to be being tortured, perhaps?
The gnome is struggling and it is not seeming to enjoy its predicament.
I mean, he's in...
So there is the floor was workstone where you're standing now. That workstone extends into this room as well. In the middle, in an irregular pattern, it has been broken up and kind of the earth is showing through, as if they dug it up or something dug it up so that they could perform, be closer to the earth.
Well, this is it, folks.
In this case, is dirt.
Running in and body
You gotta read
slamming
it.
the guy into the pit.
I was gonna say, do you want to read him his rights or?
So the pit isn't like it's like slightly sunken.
Yeah, I
It's
would
not
just I would just tip him over and he'd be.
All right.
I feel like we should. I think this is what we're looking for, right?
Let's put it
Yeah.
that way.
That's
Yeah,
probably true.
The goal, but I do think that I think this is Arion the torturer.
Yeah, you're right.
Seems likely.
Do you want?
torturing
Well, we
someone.
better leave him to his torture. Just quiet back out. And close the door.
I'd be
He's
fine.
doing his job.
Because what we do in this party is save monsters, not dwarves.
It's
No.
a gnome.
It's a gnome.
Sorry, gnomes.
Look there. Do you see a Duragar?
Let's
Oh.
go in. Shut the door.
Yeah.
Are we in or out?
Yeah, you tell me what you're going to do.
I haven't opened this door, so I will follow whatever.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
I tell them we've been sent to inform everybody that there's a monster loose upstairs. Please be aware of your surroundings.
Give me a deception check or persuasion,
If you
whatever you
see
like.
something, say something.
Did you make the triangle symbol?
Does it count as a lie if it's a lie we've already used like 7 times?
Yes.
I mean, if you tell it enough, you start to believe it yourself.
And
so.
we know the password. Come on.
They look at you and say, okay, and continue walking. What?
Have a good day.
Out.
Oh, they pause and look at you.
Have a cultish day.
Oh, boy.
It's an auspicious day.
No, don't say anything. We're supposed to be silent.
Different cult.
The elven chain. Is it a chain shirt or chain mail? Because the elven chain listed in D&D Beyond is a chain shirt.
It is a chain shirt.
Okay. In that case, that's up for grabs because it's not that much better than my glamored, I think.
Yeah, but I might want to.
I don't think I can wear it.
So is this door still open?
It's like Amlaw, when the Duergar came, Amlaw closed the door and was just like leaning against it, trying to look casual, which looked super out of suspicious.
All right. So what do you do? You've closed the door. You're increasing in intensity.
Let's get in there.
They're probably going to kill that gnome. Once
All right, Carlos, say get in there.
And
I'm going in.
Yeah, I think we don't want that to happen.
All right. And as you open the door and you notice the obelisk, which was glistening, and now you understand why it was glistening. You thought it was glistening, but really it was being covered by something that is called a black pudding that oozes out now and starts to
black pudding.
towards the.
Just walks out again. Nope.
We have information that will help us since we're wandering aimlessly right now.
So let's roll initiative, please.
Okay.
I just locked my Mac. Oh.
I'm buying you new dice, Erica.
I'm fine rolling ones on initiative as long as I don't do it other times.
That guy really can't do anything. Right.
And yes, FYI, a chain shirt is 13, not 17.
Oh no, I'm sorry that I've led you astray.
Yeah, I think it's the same as my armor.
4th level spell slot, just FYI. So far, Fireball has been Fireball's 3rd level. I could cast it at 4th level for higher power. I could also, this is a new thing that Regdar has been waiting like 2 sessions to do. I have a new spell. It's called Summon Greater Demon.
Whoa.
I mean, the point of intervening here is to save what's his face.
It might kill what's his face after it kills them.
That's the problem.
Oh, well, sorry. Next time I'll summon a more obedient.
Possibly.
Could tell us something.
And I feel like
in the last place told us a lot.
I bet that gnome is not within. Well, I don't know. Do we target the?
Go first. So you tell me.
Neat.
Kachka set the tone of battle.
That's right.
So
Are you gonna just close the door?
That pudding is basically right on or next to the gnome at this point, right?
Yep.
All right, then I will whisper a discordant melody to it. The black pudding, that is.
That's at a careless whisper.
It's with the extreme care. Hang on, how far is that? Maybe I need to move in closer.
That is.
But these are not 10-foot squares.
That's 50 feet.
That's 50 feet. All right. So from there, I will attempt to whisper dissonantly at the black pudding.
Okay.
It must make a wisdom saving throw.
Alrighty. 10, I assume, will not hit.
That will
Will not
miss.
succeed.
Yes. So it will take 50 miles away from me, which may buy our gnomic friend some time.
15. All right. And how fast? All right. So it will go 5, 10, and then it crawls 10 feet up the wall.
Ooh.
Okay.
So this pudding is like this black mass of tar that's just kind of oozing across the floor, and then on its turn, it oozes back down the wall, oozes across next to the gnome, and attacks the gnome.
Oh, dang it.
So it is trying to envelop the gnome. Roll is a 21.
Ooh. Well, what the heck? I will try to use cutting words to disrupt that attack.
Okay.
So let me see. I roll. That roll is now a 13, that attack roll.
All right. So it seemed like it was
Okay.
Carlos.
That's as much gnome protection as I can do for one round.
Oh boy.
Cut that one out.
This is definitely no place for jokes.
Well, look, if this black pudding is going to get to this gnome, it's going to have to get across the water because this gnome man is an island.
And okay.
No more.
Gnome sounds like lots of other words. That's where the word is.
This gnome, it better be a city in Alaska or.
Carlos, it's your turn. Please save me from the puns.
No, me.
Robes and a mask, and he was chanting. He's stopped and he's looking at you, but he hasn't done anything.
Well, I would like to step forward and attack our friend, the whoever this guy is.
All right, so this person has his back to you, but he is clearly a Black Earth priest.
Black Earth priest. Great. I'm gonna 28 to hit. That's a crit. That's a crit, actually.
I think a 28 will hit.
Yeah, that's a crit. So what do I get for a crit?
You roll your damage twice.
I roll my damage twice. Okay, well then instead of what's on there, I'm going to roll
twice the dice.
Twice the dice, yes. That's 16 damage. My scimitar, I miss with the flame tongue short sword, but then I get my second attack. Misses with the scimitar, but hits.
Anything else, Carlos?
Yeah, actually, I am going to take my
Surge.
I just have to look on what my where do I check that box? There's the box. I checked it. And so I'm gonna
those hit.
All right. Well, that's another 26 damage.
All right. So he twirls around when he hears you approaching, and you hit him a couple times, and then you take your flame tongue short sword.
That's the end of my turn.
Hey, before he falls, let him know about that monster that's loose upstairs.
Make it with the weapons. Yeah.
We're the monsters.
All along. Speaking of monsters,
I'm the monster now.
I am the monster now. All right. Almwal, there's a cultist standing next to Almwal.
Yes, sir.
There's a cultist who has been slashed at with a greatsword.
No, that's my favorite child.
20.
So you take your longsword and cut that cultist in half.
All right. He's dead?
He is not going to recover.
I guess the book is over.
He's cut in half. Almwal shoots backwards and takes a second swing with his greatsword. Right. 22, and does basically more damage than last time. So
this cultist is also dead.
He gives a hard stare at the other two cultists.
Maybe we should just keep him alive and question him in case the gnome dies.
We'll keep one. I almost says out loud. One of you may live. Die with one. Murder is a strong but accurate word.
Very efficient.
Yeah. So I'm gonna step into the room, coming after the gnome. I look at the gnome. I cast levitate on the gnome.
Yay!
To get him
He's
out of
manacled,
the way.
isn't he?
He is. So he levitates off about 10 feet off the ground and is now hovering manacled to an obelisk.
Yeah, okay, we'll see what it does. I'm worried because it's viscous, but yeah, okay, I'll levitate the pudding.
I have to read about levitate.
I'll levitate.
How heavy is a black pudding is the other question. But
I can do up to 500 pounds. So I guess it depends on how much there is.
Oops. How much black pudding? So it fails.
Very rich black pudding.
It is hovering 20 feet off the ground.
Okay.
So it's basically incapacitated.
It's all kind of just like trying to
undulating in a most distressing manner. The gnome looks up at you and says, I don't know who you people are, but save me. Continue to kill these cultists and then free me.
Man, pushy.
The cultist trying to sneak away.
He's running away. Umlal, you get an attack of opportunity, as do you, Shara.
21.
All right. Give me damage. 15.
15. I'm gonna hold out his sword, and the guy I guess just sort of runs through it.
He's in opposite directions now.
Oh no! Too soon.
Not very cartoony.
No, because only the bottom half can run.
This cultist is going to run up here, back his robe, and he has a scimitar that he takes out, and he tries to slash you with it.
Really? You didn't watch your 3 friends get cut down?
I know.
Yeah, he watched his friend trying to run away and get cut down. So 13 probably misses you, though.
It does, yeah.
So he's very nervous.
Well, somebody want to do non-lethal damage to this dude and maybe grill him for information? Or?
Yeah.
Man, you might want to even just see if he surrenders.
Regdar
does not like black pudding. Regdar will fire a fireball at the black pudding, which is conveniently floating 20 feet up in the air. It needs to make a DC
fireball in such a way as not to engulf the gnome as well.
Sure, I figured that would be pretty easy to do if it's levitating 20 feet up in the air above it.
Yes,
because the fireball is a 20-foot radius sphere.
It fails.
It takes 8d6 damage.
86.
It takes
86 damage. Oh my god.
So in that case, the 86 is 32 damages.
The new math.
32 damages.
32 damages. All right. It is still undulating, but it has.
No, this is not something available in your standard candle shop.
No.
I'm done.
Zatasha.
All right. I want to get in the room. 2, 3.
All right. I'm just going to get rid of these cultists.
I'm going to move my movement. On my neck.
All right, let's see.
The pudding, by the way, is just hovering there. It can't do anything unless.
Yeah, but I don't have enough.
Might be wiser to get the gnome out of the way.
I don't have enough movement to get there and try to get him out.
Okay.
So this time I'm just going to do damage.
I fail.
Okay. Then it takes 16 points of psychic damage.
All right. It shudders, but it's not dead.
Okay, that is it for.
It's still moving, I should say. I guess it's hard. One cultist is still alive. There's a cultist on the board.
Yeah. Are we going to try to keep this guy alive for the moment?
Just your rope. Got a lot of rope. You could just throw it all at him.
I could bury him under 600 feet of rope.
Right. Like it's heavy.
That could totally kill somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't cover his airways.
I'm going to do a weird thing. I'm going to step forward.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to, sure. And that is a 20 versus AC.
That will hit someone who is just wearing robes.
And that actually does just 5 damage.
All right, so you hit him upside the head. He's
weapon. I just don't get the same.
Sure.
I just don't get the same bonus on it for damage. And that won't hit anyway. That's a 9.
That does not hit.
Okay.
Does he put it? I'm going to say we'll get another saving throw to not be levitating. And he got 21. So I feel like now he's shook out of the levitating and he splashes back onto the ground in a very unsettling manner. But that's all he can do.
Does it take falling damage for falling 20 feet?
It does not. It's a pudding.
So he remains suspended there for the duration.
I think that's a dumb rule. Let's see.
All right.
Also, you can't straight act.
Okay, Carlos is going to go to the gnome and try to extract him and take him away. What do I need to do?
Well, so the gnome is shackled to this. Could cut off his hands,
or you could break the pudding.
That
should just go break the pudding.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna smash the pudding then.
Oh, okay.
Mashed pudding.
Please, not in public.
Not a euphemism. 17 and 28 to hit.
All right.
Are you thinking of the different kinds of damage?
I am. Okay, so you hit and hit the black pudding, and it splits into two.
Sword would have gotten a 28 and do 10 damage, some of which is fire damage, if that matters. That's bludgeoning. So the first one was this is piercing. The first
It doesn't do fire damage as well.
It does. Some of that damage, that 10 damage, is fire damage, if it matters.
Probably does. So how much of that? Plus, if the 28 is a crit, then you also need to roll a.
Oh yeah, it actually is a crit. You're right.
All right, there's a lot of two, and now your second attack will hit the first pudding. So tell me the damage on the flame tongue short sword.
What is that? I roll twice the.
Yes, double dice.
Okay, so that's 20 damage. Some of that is flame damage. Some of that 6.
It doesn't matter. Oh, wait.
1. Right.
All right, and you also take, as you're hitting it.
Oh no!
It kind of splashes on you.
Good job. You're chopping it up, and its stuff is dissolving you.
I've got my second attack though.
All right, give it to me. Which there are two puddings now. Which pudding?
I don't. An 11.
All right, so the 27 is on the scimitar. It hits, and now there are 3 puddings.
Okay.
Gosh.
16 points of acid damage.
All right.
And give me, so they took 8 points.
Pudding should still be levitating anyway.
So 8 points. That one was your flame sword did 11. Is that right to hit? So that misses.
All right. Oh,
Okay.
I've still got my inspiration from you from last time, don't I? So can I re-roll that one?
Yes.
Oh,
Before people grumble about rules.
25 then.
That hits.
All right, that's 12 damage.
All right. So the 2 black puddings look very poorly. But you hit that one, so you take another 8 points of damage.
All right.
So what happens is basically you pull out these swords, you start hacking into this black pudding, it splits into 3.
Listeners, we've used chitin and ichor in the same recording session.
Oh, that's right. Get out your
No,
dark
we get the third one.
That priest is dead. Umlal.
If we get Carapace, that's a 3 for like a platform or something, right?
Yeah, it's like a little raised platform.
Yeah, he's gonna jump up on that and hurl a javelin at one of the black puddings.
Bad, and the one at the bottom looks bad, but not as bad.
We'll start with that one.
Okay.
27.
That hits. It's dead.
Great. We go to the next one in the middle. That's only a 13. Amal looks at Carlos and goes, "That's how you kill black javelin, not sword."
Okay. Just reading something. There we go.
Never ominous.
All right, I am going to trust
cultist.
Yeah, I'm going to trust Kachka and Regdar have this cultist handled, and I'm going to come over.
Get attacked.
You get an attack of opportunity.
No, I'm taking my bonus action to disengage.
All right.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
All right.
Yeah. The locks on his manacles and get him away.
Gnome on the range.
So that's a
Man, I can't
Fully unlock the manacles.
Okay, so I'm out of move, but I'm gonna be like, you can run.
The gnome says, "Yes, I can. It's my turn, so I'm going to." And he runs away. Let's see.
Think you're
There's a bunch of guys out there.
Peace out, homies.
What?
He doesn't say that because that's not very gnomey. The cultist will go over here and attack
Peace
the
out,
gnome.
no.
The cultist hits the gnome. I rolled the wrong damage though.
Gets for running.
Stupid gnome running from a scene where someone was trying to kill him and then someone else bursted in and killed a whole bunch of people. How dare you? He takes 6 points of damage. He gets
I'm gonna aim a ray of frost at the cultist's foot.
okay.
Whoops.
That hits. Oh, the cultist needs to make a saving throw, right?
I crit.
I think Ray of Frost is an attack roll, right?
Yeah,
I
it's
think
an
ray of
attack
frost is just so that he can't chase us as well, and I blow his foot off with a ray of frost.
That's
All
right.
right.
And then he falls into shock and dies.
Yep, that's how it happens.
That's how it works.
That's
I'm
how
sure
it
that
works.
gnome is.
Pudding that is left.
The left pudding.
Can't we
So
just
it-
leave it?
An intelligence saving throw.
I can guarantee it will fail, but let's see. I might as well roll.
You guaranteed it.
All right, it shudders, but it is still up.
Oh boy.
Or still oozing, I suppose.
Is that gnome dead or he just fell down?
That don't seem like they're dead.
What was it?
It's a 20. I'm going to move over to the gnome.
He's alive. He's just he was weak from being manacled, and now he just got slashed across his stomach, so he's
Okay.
in pain.
Is he?
I'm saying I won't do that because
Well, you can just, grip him about the shoulders and make sure he doesn't tip over. That's stabilizing.
Ketchka, it's your turn.
Okay, Ketchka thinks we ought to just leave this black pudding, but since it doesn't cost her anything, she's going to go ahead and viciously mock it.
That requires it's gurgling and
5 psychic damage and have disadvantage on your next attack.
all right. This black pudding is looking pretty bad. Reaches out and tries to slam Carlos
With disadvantage.
with disadvantage. 15.
Nope.
Miss it, I'm sure. All right, Carlos, you've got the pudding next to you.
get away from it now, according to the map. So maybe
Oh,
you
yeah,
can Ray
it
of
would've
Frost
moved.
and kill it.
It moved 5 feet closer.
Never mind.
Can I disengage
Yes.
and then
Then-
Ray of Frost it?
No.
Can't attack.
Oh no, I can't.
Disengage.
All right, I'm just gonna attack it then. Let's just do that.
With what?
But to be fair, that is what Carlos would absolutely
It
do.
is. Yeah, it is.
Okay, I hit it twice, and that is 18 damage.
It's dead. Doesn't have enough hit points to split. You're lucky. It darkens and turns to ash.
Got blacker?
But you hit
Thought
it
it's going
twice.
to get none more black.
Could
12
this
points of
gnome-
acid damage.
Oh, perhaps this gnome could share with us some useful wisdom
Yeah.
about
We're gonna
the
roll a
nature of this
medicine
earthen
check.
cult.
Ooh, I got a
Perhaps.
20 on a medicine check to help start bandaging the gnome's wounds.
All right. Well, the gnome gets. He appreciates you bandaging him up, and he says, "Oh, thank you so much. My name is. I was an explorer. I still am an explorer, and
Right there. Out of the hall.
I was trying to sneak in. There's a complex that is underneath this. Captured me, and I could tell you a couple of things. Their leader is down in. They each have these kind of elemental nodes in this dungeon. Name of
Uh-huh.
Carlos Unrael,
Spell that
Uh,
for my list.
and to the south there is a staircase that will lead further down into where I think you can enter the I was trying to get there. I think that goes to some place called the Fane of the Eye, which I believe connects on.
Gnomes.
I'm curious. I heard some weird stories that I wanted to sneak down there and see them for myself.
Well, that's where we're headed. So, I mean, if you're really excited to find out, you're welcome to tag along. You said it's the south staircase and it leads to the Thane of the Eye.
Yes, just right down the south corridor here.
What? Okay. And what was the name of their leader again?
Their leader is Marlos Unrael.
Great news.
And they seem to be trying to, I don't know what they're trying to do, but they keep talking about these nodes. That priest that was going to kill me was apparently going to sacrifice me to some god to help power this node or something. I don't really understand what was going on. But I thank you very much for saving my life. I also thank you for.
Well,
about that.
The sneaking might be difficult because we got in here by just bluffing. So
well, there's plenty of cultist
the password.
robes laying around. They might be a little bloody.
I show him the password too.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I've seen them use that, and all the. If Regdar would like to do so.
I may not have that cantrip anymore. Hold on a second. Yeah, about that. I can cast Mage Hand or Light or Ray of Frost or Acid Splash. I use Acid Splash to clean them.
Draw him a little map on the ground in the dust or something.
Okay. And he will take those directions and thank you for your help. And he hears it's better than nothing. And walks out.
He's gonna find his way gnome.
He will. As he's walking, he tells you, go down this southern corridor right here, and there's a staircase that will take you.
Front is probably Marlos's pad.
Yep.
Yeah, so will our adventurers go down further into the depths of the Fane of the Eye and encounter more weird elemental cultists? Find out next time on Total Party Kill.
Hardly.
And I'm hopeful that at some point we can play again.
Will your children be joining us as players at that point?
Dare to dream.